Found the net. Goal for Wednesday. Terrific goal by Sheffield.
Chris Waddle, is he going to have a crack?
Oh, he does, and he scores. Still Glenn Wheeler. Aidan Flint wins the It's the time for a winner.
Hello and welcome to Wednesday Tie Dye Podcast. It's Charlton versus Sheffield Wednesday at the Valley this afternoon, and this is your watch along. Please do get involved in the discussions, get in the chat. I will try and read as many as I can throughout the course of the game. Always nice to chat to all you wonderful lot out there, even though there's all the things going off behind the scenes, which I'm sure we're going to be talking about in a second. Let's just talk football. If we can, it would be nice to do that one. If we, every now and again, hopefully everyone can hear me at the moment. I had a few issues. This streaming lark is a lot more stressful than what people might think. So hopefully everyone can hear me at the moment. You should be able to anyway. And if you can't, let me know. We are coming into this game off the back of a 5-0 hammering against Coventry last time out. Obviously, it wasn't great. It wasn't our finest hour. And the players did look a little bit tired, if we're being honest. But we have had nearly 2 weeks to recover. So fingers crossed we can look fully refreshed this afternoon. Cheers, lol, saying that you hear me fine. That's all good. Our away form isn't bad at all. 4 games, 1 win, 1 defeat, 2 draws, unbeaten in our last 3. And if we're honest, could have won 2 of those as well. Wrexham in the last minute should have held on against Birmingham. Lots of positives to be had. Obviously came from behind in 2 of those games as well. So, away from home, not bad at all. 7 of the 8 goals we've scored have come away from home. We've netted twice in each of our last 3 away games as well. I mean, we have conceded 6, but we'll just gloss over that from For just now, from a neutral's perspective, I think we must be the best team to watch. Certainly away from home, anyway. I mean, although there is loads of goals at home, just we don't score them either. I've just noticed that the wording at the bottom, I've not updated that one. So because I was rushing, so let me just quickly get that one updated, because it isn't the debate show. That was on Wednesday. So Charlton versus Wednesday. And I'm just going to delete all the other text because we don't need that at all. And I can't do 2 things at once because I am a bloke after all. So let's have a look. Watch along. How is everyone anyway? How we doing? Football is back. It's been it's crap when there's just international football. Let's be honest. I mean, as bad as Sheffield Wednesday have been, it is not great, is it? I would much rather be watching Sheffield Wednesday than anything else. I mean, let's just go through the starting lineup if we can. Horvath in goal, Iofa, Otegbayo and Max Lowe. You've got Palmer and Amas as your 2 wing-backs, Valerie Bannon and Ingolson in the middle, and then up top we've got George Brown and Jamal Lowe. So 2 changes for us this afternoon after that 5-0 drubbing. Weaver, who we know is out after a long-term injury. He's had surgery or about to have surgery on his foot. He's been replaced by Gabe Otegbayo. The other change being George Brown, who was chosen ahead of Bailey Cadamartri, presumably due to only having returned from international duty with Jamaica on Thursday. Chris has said how long till the camera turns off. Now this is on the webcam, so we should be all right on this one. The other camera is it's been resigned. I've taken it out. We're not even using that. It does look a bit laggy for some reason. I don't know why that is. Hopefully it looks all right from everyone else's perspective, but I need to sort that out at some point in the future. Not now. We're not making changes midstream. It never ever ends very well, does it? So we're not going to be doing that. Let me know what you think of that starting lineup. Like I said, the 2 changes that we have made. Brown's come back in, obviously after 2 games that he's sat on the bench, although he did feature in both and did score, of course, coming off the bench against Birmingham. I will just quickly go through the starting 11 for the hosts. I don't know why the graphics have got Charlton wearing blue and us wearing purple. No idea. I'm sure they will change, once the game gets underway. But I'll quickly go through the starting 11 for Charlton Athletic. Kaminski, Burke, Jones, Gillespie, Bree, Coventry, Carey, Doherty, Bell, Kelman and Campbell. That probably means absolutely nothing to most Wednesdayites. They have made one change from the side that lost to Preston before that international break. Kane Ramsey drops to the bench and it's Amari Bell who replaces him. He's a left-sided defender who they got from Luton in the summer. Looks like Amari Bell is kind of the first team player, the first choice. I think he's played or started 8 of the 9 games so far, so presumably the Preston game was the only one that he's missed. But he's come back in. Looks like it's probably going to be like for like. Not too sure on that one. Ramsey played as a bit of a left wing back against Preston last time, so and that's where Amari Bell can play, but we'll just have to wait and see when the teams come out. They kind of set up in a 3-4-1-2 formation or a 3-4-3, however you want to look at it. Carey played in that number 10. He's someone who do need to watch out for. Valerie looks like the obvious candidate to be picking him up, playing in that defensive midfielder role. Carey's on 2 goals so far for this season, so and he has been ever present for the Addicts. So yeah, certainly one to look out for. P Wednesday, I'm guessing this is in response to the starting 11. It looks okay. Care to elaborate? I suppose when you look at it, I suppose it's what we expected, really. Could Emery have started maybe instead of Otakbayo? I'm not being harsh on Gab, but he hasn't really convinced me whenever he's played. He looks a bit, I want to say clumsy, just a little bit clumsy at times, and his decision-making's not quite spot on. I know we've been spoilt with Ernie Weaver that's come in, but I think, then again, Emery is untested at this level, so maybe you would go for Otakbayo. He has, all right, I won't say experience, but he's certainly, he's got a few games under his belt already. Same with up top, really. I'm really glad that Brown's got that start. I think he's looked good when he's played. He's obviously got 2 goals to his name as well, which, for that youngster, his confidence will be certainly high. Obviously, he was on the bench for the Birmingham game and for the Coventry one. Came off, as I mentioned, against Birmingham, scored a goal, both away from home, so he knows what to do in front of those away fans. I have spoke about it before. I would like to see both Cadamarteri and Brown. I want them to be the front 2. Those 2. I want that to be the partnership this season. But we all know that Cads has obviously been out on international duty with Jamaica. Only got back on, I want to say, Thursday as well. 10-hour flight from Kingston into London, and you've got the travelling back from there as well. So fair bit of travelling that they've done, and it's no surprise that he's on the bench. So I suppose all in all, it's what we expected. Who else have we got? You look to the bench, and we've always said that, haven't we, so far this season? You've got McNeil and Ugbo. That's the only 2 really that you're gonna they're the only other 2 senior pros that we've got. So both have flattered to deceive somewhat in comparison to those that have been starting. So yeah, you're not going to bring any of those in at any, certainly not at this moment in time. So let's have a look. It's in reference to the webcam. Oh, I thought you were talking about the team. Apologies. Lol says, what kits are Wednesday wearing today? Our home kit, hopefully. Yes, they are wearing the home kit, blue and white shirts, blue shorts, and blue socks as well. And Charlton will be playing, what are they playing? Red. Are they red shorts and all red, I think, Charlton are, aren't they? But we'll wait and see. Not too long to find out. Chris says it's bad when you can't get a shirt over Jamal Lowe. Jamal Lowe is another one that has not really pulled any trees up, has he, this season? And he has, I'll have to say, he has disappointed me somewhat. I think I mentioned it in the Coventry game, he just looked a bit disinterested. And I know they'd not been paid the day before, and I get all that, that's understandable, but considering the situation that we're in and things, I do want to see a little bit more from him. And yes, he got his goal against Birmingham. You could argue that he tried his very best to miss that one as well. Fortunate with the keeper kind of fumbling it a little bit, but no, I do want to see more from Jamal Lowe. I think, to be fair, ever since he's come in, I think he's not been the person that I thought we signed. I know we've mentioned it quite a few times that him playing in that lone striker role or the focal point up top. I don't think it works. I don't think it suits him at all, to be honest. So I'd much prefer. Again, I know I've been banging this drum again and again and again, and I'll continue to do that. But I want to see him. I want to see him out wide. I want to see him picking the ball up and running at players. I know he's probably thinking that he's not quite got his that pace that he probably had before, but I still think he's going to be good enough to do that. And maybe Jamal Lowe out wide with Bailey kind of marching through the top, and I don't know. He's one that really does need to definitely step up, this season, and I need to see more from him, really. Matt says Lowe needs a big game for me today. Hopefully he gets some service. Yeah. Chris says his last good game was Plymouth at home on his debut. Yeah. What a player we thought we'd signed all that time back then. Same with Ingleson as well. I know Ingleson has been okay, done a lot of running, and certainly got the plaudits from myself and probably most other Sheffield Wednesday fans with that, that attitude and that running through brick walls attitude as well. But yeah, Jamal Lowe, that first game, did he get a brace? He certainly got one goal, didn't he? And he were fantastic. I mean, saying that, we were top of the league after that game. Everyone thought we were going to be. Well, I say everyone. I certainly got carried away. I had to temper my expectations somewhat, but no, he's not. He's just. There is a player in there, and I know that. And you saw what he could do. When he was at Bournemouth, weren't he? He was at Swansea as well. Really good player. I don't think we play to his strengths. I really don't, and I think he could also, like against Coventry, he was tracking his man on or the I want to say the left wing back or the left centre half that kept marauding forward, and you could tell he just didn't really want to do that. I'm just seeing pictures of Matt's dad in the away. Let me see if I can get a screenshot of that whilst we're getting underway. Obviously, Matt is down there at the Valley. He says it's one of the best away days. He's been. I don't know if people have been catching up on the Instagram stories that he's been putting out, but yeah, he's been down there. A few beers have been had as well, from what I can say. James Reaney says his attitude is oinky. Look, when you compare it to some of them, when you look at the likes of Ernie Weaver, who has just put 110% effort into absolutely everything so far, and you compare it to Jamal Lowe, he's obviously coming to. He's coming to the end of his career, or certainly nearing the end of his career. He's probably come to Sheffield Wednesday, a big club. He's thinking he could probably finish here, maybe, get a few good seasons under his belt. He's 31. So he's not old, but he's certainly not. He doesn't need to prove anything, does he? Whereas someone like an Ernie Weaver, despite the situation that we're in, he will. So I'm going to stop saying Ernie Weaver because it's going to annoy me that he's injured and out until April next year. So Jamal doesn't need to do that. So, and he obviously has been around the block and stuff, and he probably is just massively pissed off. But yeah, James, that's all you want is 100% effort. Yeah, 100% effort, and I 100% agree with you as well. Like, it's all we want to see as fans as well, just trying. Like, we know it's going to be shit. We know we're going to struggle this season. We know we're not going to pick up many points. But what you want to see is just a bit of fight and a bit of just we all get it's crap, and they're probably not going to get paid again in another 2 weeks, and they probably want Depon Chansiri out as much as what we do. But I think I want to see more from Jamal Lowe. And look, he's got a goal. That was in his last away game. All right, we didn't. Coventry will just draw a line under that one and just try and forget about it as much as we possibly can. But let's see what he can do today. goals can massively change people's confidence. And I think this is going to be a totally different game as well when you look at Charlton. Chris has said we need people to die for the shirt at the moment. In our situation, no Klingons. Yeah, and I mean, the other thing as well is who else is going to play instead of him? He probably thinks his shirt is fairly safe, although saying that, you know, on Wednesday against Borough, as long as all the players come away from this one unscathed, I'm thinking Cadamarteri and Brown need to be starting in that one. You know, let's see. Jamal could get an hat-trick today. I mean, that is very optimistic of me, but you never know. Goals do change games. Goals do change seasons and stuff, and you never know what he could do if he gets a couple of goals today, or even one goal. You never know. This Charlton side that we're coming up against. I spoke to Joe from Charlton Live. Sorry, I forgot where he was from there, from Charlton Live. And he was giving a very glowing report. Those Patreon members that listened to that show that I did with him, I thought I were interviewing a Brazilian, a Brazil fan when he were talking, or a Real Madrid fan or something like that. He was very complimentary of Charlton, the way they've played so far this season, despite, I think 3 wins, 3 draws and 3 defeats so far this season, very up and down. But we're saying the games that they haven't won, they perhaps should have, and they've certainly been in them as well, which, he said that. I mean, first of all, what's everyone think of Nathan Jones? Because he is very much Marmite, and he's probably one of those managers that you'd like him if he were managing your side, but you probably hate him if he's not. Very much like Gary Megson in terms of how much he shares his emotions. I think we're doing a knee slide at Bramall Lane, which, I mean, look, that's all good. We could all do that whenever. You can't all be Brian Laws, though, can you? Really, to be honest. But yeah, what Chris? Tell me what you really think. He just said tosser. Yeah, don't sit on fence, Chris. But no, Joe was saying about Charlton that they're very aggressive, very want to be on the front foot. And I don't know if that's going to be any good for us today. I've not really seen that sort of performance from Wednesday. I've seen a very resolute performance, and whether or not that might help in terms of we're just going to let Charlton have the ball. I don't think they particularly like to have the ball either. Looking at their kind of average possession stats so far this season, I think we are the lowest. Shock. I think we've averaged something like 42%, I want to say. I'm just going to try and bring that up whilst we're talking at the moment. But yeah, I don't know if that's going to play into our hands in that, we're going to say, come on, you're the home side, you're going to come at us, and we have played better like that, haven't we? We have played better when we've not had the ball and we've played teams on the counter. Yeah, 42.4% is ours. Their average is 43.6. So if you look at that, two sides that don't want to have the ball, and they don't. I said don't want to have the ball. That's obviously not true. We're happy for the other team to have the ball, and obviously most of that possession comes from passing it around the back four, and things like that. Just trying to bring up Charlton's games as well, and what it's been like at home versus away in terms of possession. Even at home, they've not had any more than 50% in any of the games, even against Stevenage in the Cup. 47, 45, 43, 37%. But those games there at home, they've won 3 and drawn 1 in the league so far this season. So it clearly works for them. They seem to have actually slightly more possession away from home, if I'm being just from looking at the numbers. So Richard says Nathan Jones is all about attention on him, a bit like that Muppet at S2. P. Wednesday says he's done some good achievements, Nathan Jones, despite his daft house. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he's probably someone who you love if he was your manager. It's easy for us to say, we won't want him ever. I don't want someone like him. But when he's actually at your club and you can't really do a great deal about it, you want to see that passion, I think. How many people have been saying, let's have Gary Megson back. Everyone loved it when Megson was manager, and kissing the badge and stuff. I'm not saying Nathan Jones is going to kiss the badge. I think we were more saying that because we want a Wednesday fan being the manager. But, he's he shows that same passion, doesn't he? Chris, Wilder is tosser number 2, and that takes some doing. Matt, I wouldn't want Jones anywhere near S6. He believes his own hype too much. Joe, I don't mind people believing their own hype. I'm one of them. If you don't back yourself, then how can you expect someone else to back you as well? I know it pisses a lot of people off sometimes, and I just recognise, I suppose, that in this industry, as in football, you have to be a bit of a tosser, in order to get anywhere. It does rub people up the wrong way. I mean, you've just got to look at Darren Moore, I guess. Darren Moore, the nicest guy you'll ever meet, he ain't managing in the Premier League, is he? I'm not saying that he can't manage in the Premier League, and I'm just using him as an example, but nice bloke, everyone loves him, we always loved him as well. All right, he's got Port Vale up into League One now, but he had to drop to League Two to get a job. So, yeah, sometimes you have to be a little bit ruthless, and I think, as fans, it can rub you up the wrong way sometimes. But I spoke to Joe, the Charlton fan, and he absolutely loved him. Richard agreed that we need Lowe to perform today. Also need McNeil and Ugbo to offer from the bench. Yeah, we haven't got a plan B, have we, Richard? When you look at it, if it's not going our way, normally you can bring someone off the bench, you can mix it up a little bit, maybe a formation change, or bring someone who's of a comparable standard. But we are literally just playing our. I know you should play your best 11 every time, but there isn't any strength on the bench at all. You're not going to look to those young lads and bring them off. And Bruno Fernandes, he's come back from injury. They're not going to change the game. Is the point that I'm trying to get at, and I think that's just a real problem. Nolds, have you seen Ange has been sacked from Forest already? Not even 30 minutes after the game has finished. No, I haven't seen that. I was listening to Talk Sport earlier today when I was taking my lad to golf, and they were talking about it there, and they were saying how will he be sacked if it doesn't go their way? Have they lost? They've got hammered as well, 3-0. I don't think it was 0-0 at half time. That has gone massively wrong for him. Yeah, sacked after how many games has he been in? Did he last longer than Cisco Munoz? How many games did he last? I don't even know when he came in. They haven't won, have they, since the opening day of the season? 1, 2, 3. I can't be asked to count them. It looks like it's less anyway than what Cisco Munoz lasted. Anthony Pulis, let's put him in that bracket. Lol says, I think Nathan Jones is all about siege mentality by the looks of it, but if he gets the results, he won't care about coming across as a weasel. I think I saw their highlights versus Preston. They got battered. Yeah, we got battered against Coventry as well. Matt, like Andrew's just been sacked. Began sacked 19 minutes after the final whistle. No second win for Ange. 7 games it was, says Amber. So, yeah. Amber says 7. Matt says 8. Which one is it? Is it 7 or is it 8? Either way, less than Pulis and less than Munoz. Owner stormed out apparently at half time with his P45. Well, they were 0-0 at half time. Very odd. And we thought, I'm about to say we thought Chansiri was mad. He is still mad. He's still worse as well. How long until kickoff? 5 minutes to go until kickoff. Get your score predictions in the chat. What's the score going to be? Are you going to be positive? Are you going to say that we're going to come away with 3 points? Or are you going to be... I called Matt pessimistic, didn't I? What did he say? Realist. Are you going to be a realist and say that it perhaps isn't going to be all 3 points? Look, we are better away from home. I'm going to say, just looking there, just seen Steve Chew in the away end. Lots and lots of black and gold scarves in that away end. Great to see. I mean, obviously, as every game goes on, more and more black and gold scarves and things. I'm wearing my black and gold, the official Trust. It's not the official one. I suppose it's the protest shirt, but they will have an official shirt coming out very, very soon, I'm being told. Chris has gone for 3-1 Owls. James has gone 1-1. Nat says 2-0 Wednesday. Gary's gone with 4-0 Charlton. another hammering. Jeff, do we know who those special guests are in the director's box? No, we don't. I've not got the commentary on, so I don't know if it's been said at all. I'm not abreast at social media whilst I'm doing this. Again, I've mentioned I can't multitask, so if people let me know if you've seen anything on the socials. SWFC fans gone with 1-0 to Wednesday. I'm going to say 1-1. And do you know what? I would be happy with that. I think coming off that back of that hammering that we've had, I think 1-1 and good performance. I think it'll be great. Having said that, Middlesbrough look decent, don't they? And we've got them on Wednesday. I suppose if we've got any sort of aspirations of having any sort of fight and any sort of chance of surviving, look, I don't think it's going to happen. I think a points deduction will probably put a mockers on that one. But I think if really when we're thinking about it, if we are going to do anything, this is probably a game where you need to win. I'm not saying they're not going to go out there and win the game, but let's see. I think it's just really important that we don't concede early. We've conceded early so many times. I know we've come back from behind in a couple of the games, Birmingham and which one's the other one? Wrexham, where we've come on from behind to get something, certainly away from home. But we're just making it hard for ourselves if we do that. Lol's gone with 1-1. Get Brown on it. Get Brown on it. Yes, I hope I am singing that a little bit later today. Amber says, however, so let's read your first comment out first. They're 13th. They've drawn 1-1, draw, lost in the last 5, 2-1 to Charlton. They've actually, it's a bit of symmetry when you look at their form. I think it's, like I said, 3 wins, 3 draws, 3 defeats. I think the lost, drawn, won, draw, lost in the last 6. If you like stuff like that, then you'll appreciate it. John's in the building. Afternoon all. John, nice to see you, pal. Do appreciate it. The teams are out. They're just doing the obligatory handshake before kickoff. The point where you see how small Barry Bannon actually is when he's stood next to everyone else. He is small, isn't he? Let's just hope for a good performance. They're going to be, in terms of formation wise, they've pretty matched us up. All right, we're playing with a centre defensive midfielder, whereas they're playing as a number 10. Boggles says, who is in that stand? Do you mean if Dapon is here or not? I'm sure the cameras will find him if he is there. I really hope they don't find him, because that'll mean that he isn't there, but we'll just have to wait and see. Steve says, afternoon, James. Afternoon, all. Afternoon, Steve. How's things? Hope you're all good. I have got my big 2-pinter as well, but before anyone gets in the comments, got to keep hydrated. We're not on the Budweisers just yet. Richard, if we don't concede early, 2-1 to us, a loss if we do. Yeah, thing is, Richard, I've mentioned we've come from behind twice. We conceded first against Birmingham and we nearly won that game. Conceded 2 goals against Wrexham. At half-time, it looked like it was going to be a hammering, and we came back from there. Thing is, it's as the season goes on, I know we've had a break and we've had a bit of a rest, so hopefully we're going to be refreshed. We've had to manage Bannon. That's going to be a bit of an issue. Bannon not trained fully all week. He hasn't been in every single training session. So there's already signs there of players perhaps breaking down a little bit, which we don't want to see. And we're not that far in the season. What is this? Is this game week 10, I want to say? So, there's a lot of games to be played. And we've got a lot of games coming up. We've got another 3-game week. I need to call them Wrexham then. Middlesbrough on Wednesday. And then it's Oxford on Saturday. So again, these players that are going out there, you've got to have half an eye on those 2 games as well. John says, Forest sack manager. Yeah, John, you're late to the party, mate. We spoke about that 15 minutes ago. Only joking, pal. P Wednesday, is Despon's robot in there? By that, I'm guessing you mean in Amadou Pacquiao. He's been to most away games, I think, this season. I suppose the question is whether he's going to be in the dressing room at half time or not. We'll see. Just a reminder as well, check Patreon out if you haven't done so already. We mention it every single time. Patreon.com/WTRD pod is where you need to go for all the extra stuff that we've got, extra content. Let's bring the scoreboard up, and we've just this second kicked off as well. Come on, Wednesday. Let's have a decent result. Swansea England, we've got a throw in already. Early chance. This will be nice, wouldn't it? A really, really early goal. We haven't done very well, have we, from Ingleson long throws? And I hope this is going to be He doesn't take it long. He's gone short. Ingleson, go on, son, get it in. Back stick. Too much on it. It's gone out for a goal kick. Bit of a waste, that, if I'm being honest. You've got to be better with that cross, you know. Like it's going to be most games this season, I think you've got to take all the opportunities that you get, really. We're not going to have... I mean, I know Charlton, in comparison to the other games this season, you know, in comparison to Wednesday night, we have more of a chance in this one than we are there, but you have got, whenever the chances come, you've got to be, like, at least having an effort on goal, haven't you, really? But look, it's only early days. Let's not get too upset. Johnny says I'd play under 21s against Middlesbrough and play strongest 11 against Oxford. Better chance of 3 points. Yeah, I agree with that one. He has mentioned some of the youngsters, hasn't he, in his pre-match press conference the other day. So whether he's got one eye on that and that's what he's thinking, we'll just have to wait and see. Not really missed out so far. It's been a bit scrappy in the middle of the park. A lot of battling, which I think is what, again, like the Charlton fans said, it's going to be a bit of a battle, this game. It's whether we're up for that battle, you see. So let's just wait and see. Sheffield Wednesday fans are in fine voice, as always. Is that offside? No, it isn't. He's done well there, lad. They've got it out wide left, looking to get across in the box. Good defending, that. Good defending. Palmer comes away with it, and Brown's on his... Whoa. Palmer looked to slide Brown in there, just a little bit too much on it, and Charlton managed to clear it. R2D2 Paxo Dumpling. I don't know what you're on about, but I'll read it out anyway. Chris says the away end sounds immense. It always does, doesn't it? I know we were talking in the week regarding should we boycott the away games or not. And again, just kind of reiterate my point that I mentioned. One, if the trust feel it's necessary and they want to call that, then I'm sure we'll obviously adhere to it, or the vast majority. But, you know, Barry Bannon's spoken out already about that away following, and also the, you know, football is at the heart of it. Football is entertainment. We go to the football, believe it or not, to enjoy yourselves. You know, all right, we might enjoy yourselves before and after more than the actual 90 minutes of football, but you're going there to enjoy yourself. So we're doing better away. Like if you just literally just look at it from that perspective, those people that are going there are going to enjoy themselves. And then yes, when you look at it, the monetary value, the money that they get for an away game is like, it's not comparable. And I know there's going to be people listening thinking, yeah, but it still's money that he doesn't have to find, and I get that. But when you take out all the expenses and stuff, you know, you might not be left with anything at all. So you might not be getting anything. So we don't know. As I'm talking, Coventry are having a bit of a sustained effort. They've not had any chances on goal, but they're sniffing around. but it is good defending. Battling hard again. It's gone up. Oh, come on, Horvath, you've got to catch that. Oh, he's absolutely clattered the. I think it's Jones who's gone down as well. I don't know if that's more an embarrassment than actually injured himself. He's holding his face, but yeah, I'm just going to see it now in a replay. He has got to catch it. I mean, there's a man underneath him. The cross comes in. Horvath comes fairly long way. Yeah, he just doesn't get there. I don't think he's hit his face at all. I think he's just maybe. Then number 5, Jones, I think it is, sticks his hand up and probably just catches him a little bit in the face, but not complaining. We've got the ball. Chris, boycott the away games. It'll only be the cup game fans that snap them up instead. Probably. Yeah, there is that, Chris. You know, for every one person that doesn't go, there'll be someone else that because away games are so difficult to get tickets for, on the whole, you know, you might see that. You know, they've sold out again. So by virtue of the fact that they have sold out, that means that there might be some people that wanted them that couldn't get them. So I don't know. I mean, it would be a massive statement again, but you've also got to look at what the impact is going to be. And you know, like now, I'm sure on 10 minutes, or what we're on now, just approaching 6 minutes. When we do get to 10 minutes, I'm sure we'll be seeing the Charlton fans clapping, and again, it's that exposure once more. So you haven't missed anything. It's just balls in the midfield area. Just neither side can string 2 or 3 passes together at the moment. It's very much, you know, it's a couple of passes and then the ball gets turned over. No real pressure. I know Charlton had a little bit of pressure earlier, but it's pinging about a bit. And just as I say that, Otibeo's come flying out. That's going to be a yellow card, and it is. 6 minutes it took for Gabe Otibeo to get a booking. Not great that, because he's going to be. I said he's clumsy before we started, and it's come steaming out, and he just doesn't get there whatsoever. I don't know if we're going to see a replay on it or not. Here we go. He's just sidestepped him, and he's just stuck his leg out and brought him down. I mean, it's a good foul, but he's got 85 minutes to play on a yellow, and we haven't really got any other centre-backs. I mean, all right, we could potentially juggle it around, and Palmer could play there, or Iorfa slots inside if we need to, but I'd rather him not have a yellow card. The corner comes in, and sorry, it's a free kick, apologies, and we've managed to clear it. It looked dangerous. Keeper didn't come. It was dropping around that 6-yard box area, but we've dealt with it pretty well. Cross headed out, comes straight to a Charlton player. It chips it in, flicked on, clear it. We've had probably 2 or 3 opportunities there to get rid of it, and we just can't clear it. Very reminiscent of Peterborough game, you know, when we score the equaliser, just can't clear it at all. In the end, it was a deflection on the shot, which is it going goal bound? It's a tame effort. I'd back over to save that one, but it's flicked it over the bar, and it's going to be a corner to Charlton. Floated in, back stick. He's headed it. Come on, clear it. Bit of head tennis. Oh, I've got to do better than that. Ball down his left-hand side. Controlled. Come on, Otibeo. That looked like it nearly went out there. Don't think it did. Palmer just hoofed it up. Thing is now, like when we're under the cosh like this, the ball's just gone up and it's come straight back, and that's going to be a bit of a problem. Charlton on this right-hand side. Another cross into the box. Horvath palms it away, and we're very scrappy. Very, very scrappy at the moment. Like this, we're always struggling these first 10 minutes, don't we? And once again, we're seeing just we're having to. I keep using that word, battle. We're having to just kick it anywhere. It's almost like anywhere we'll do at the moment. We're not really getting his foot on the ball. Again, Charlton are being aggressive, and they're They're on top at the moment. Another ball in, another clearance. This time it goes to Ingleson. Go on, Ingleson. He actually gets away this time. Over the halfway. Use your pace, son. He's got past him. Referee! That's got to be a booking. Connor Coventry just drags Ingleson down. Ingleson's quick, isn't he? He has got a bit of pace when he gets that Swedish engine going. And he was striding past Connor Coventry. Went past him like he was stood still, but, Coventry's brought him down. That's 2 yellow cards in the first 10 minutes. Yeah, just dragged him down. And anyway, it's a chance. Barry Bannon with the free kick. He's probably 35, 36 yards out, I think. Just a bit of mental arithmetic there, counting the lines on the pitch. It's gone deep, back stick. It's flicked up, headed. Go on then. Oh! It's a deep cross. And I don't know, is it Iorfa who heads it back? Oh, I think it's Brown that nods it back, and Jamal Lowe's done brilliantly in the 6-yard box. Keeper doesn't come. And he's just nodded it literally straight at the keeper. Either side, he's got to score there. But we come forward again. Palmer! Or is it Valerie that hits it? I'm still not getting used to Valerie playing in the middle, by the way. I thought that were Palmer then, but it was Valerie who struck it. And that's a good couple of minutes that we've had there. After being kind of under the cosh. I think it was Tom Hunts that was saying, who does all the analysis on Twitter, how games kind of ebb and flow, and Charlton had a bit of pressure there, and then it were our chance to have a bit there. But yeah, Richard, Lowe should score. 100% agree with you, mate. Like that had to be a goal. Again, how are them chances gonna, how much are we gonna rue those chances, Now, the first 5 minutes or so were very much, very scrappy, and now it's got very much end to end, I think. Palmer pressing high, trying to win the ball back, putting Charlton under pressure. I think it's almost like when they've got it in the back 4 or back 3, we'll let them have it. As soon as they make that first pass into midfield, bang, they're trying to get on him and trying to win the ball back, which is good. Valerie gets underneath it and gives it away outside the box. Come on. Palmer on this right-hand side. Looks for Brown. Brown does well, wins a throw-in. Yeah, I've noticed that Hulking Hilo as well. Hulking says quite a lot of space to play into for both teams. Yeah, certainly out wide. It's almost like we're playing fairly narrow when we're out of possession. And also there's a bit of space in the middle as well, which, there shouldn't be if you're playing narrow, but look, hopefully we can exploit that. Keeper's come very far out there. I don't know what that was all about. Can we go back to the keeper? What are you doing, Otigbeyo? Luckily the flag's gone, but come on. What have you thought so far? We're just approaching 15 minutes. We've probably had the best chance of the game. Just another replay of it now. It's deep cross. It is Brown that just nods it back across, and Jamal Lowe has to score. Like, he has to score. I don't know. Messages in the Discord. Mark saying, how's he missed that, man? Yeah, have to agree. Horvath comes steaming out of his goal, deals with it well, balls are going out for a throw-in. P. Wednesday says if both teams are breaking, maybe that gives them space. Yep. I think both are just trying to when they get the ball, they're not really happy to just pass it around, are they? They want to both teams want to get it forward as quickly as they possibly can. Chris says will be a few goals in this game. Yeah, what we're saying, 2-2. Desmond. James on the Discord chat says away end sounds unbelievable. It does, mate. It really, really does. Horvath's just looking to slow it down a little bit. He's gone to... It's good. Do you know what? Decent that. Playing out from the back. Look fairly comfortable there. I don't want to count me chickens before they've hatched, but it's a bit of a risky pass, though. Good touch from Brown. Brown, can he fashion a cross or a shot? Bannon has it. Valerie. Anyone else on this right-hand side? It's Palmer. Back to Valerie in the middle. Patient football from Wednesday. Just probing, trying to find an opening to get that crossing or that killer pass. Otugbeo, it's a loose pass. But he's going to get it back again. Got away with that one a little bit. He's right idea, just wrong execution. Noted Tango signalling to stewards to come into the stand just for 10 minutes. Hope all okay. Yeah, I hope everyone is okay that are there as Charlton come forward and they struck it. Get it there, no! 1-0. It's a mistake from Ethan Horvath there. You've got to do better. I said before we started that we need to keep an eye on that lad. Sonic Air, I've done it again. I've cursed us. They've scored. He actually starts it off at the halfway line. He picks Tyrese Campbell out, who's not been picked up, and he just runs inside. It's a lovely little pass, and he's hit it first time, and then he's just first to react to it, you know. Oh, Otugbeo. How many times have we said, you know, you've got to follow things up, and he strikes it, and Otugbeo's just watched him, and I mean, really, the keeper's got to do better. Like he's hit it, and it's got a bit of swerve on it. I think that's done him. It's gone kind of more to his body than it has to his hands. Oh dear. Well, that's that early goal that we've conceded anyway. Just got to do better. Got to do better than that. Johnny says, poor from Horvath, Otugbeo sleeping. Yeah, agreed, Johnny. 100% agree with you there. I think got it all to do. You know what? And this is what, I know this is football, but you go back to the chance that Jamal Lowe had on 6-7 minutes into the game. You know, he misses that one. And if you think of it, that this is the only chance that Charlton have had. These are the fine margins in football. When you get your chances, you've got to take them, and when you don't take them, you're going to get punished, and that's what they've done. And I'm going to feel like Charlton are going to smell blood a little bit. You know, they've seen how easily we got beaten against Coventry. I know Coventry are a different side to Charlton, but you know, these are the games that teams are going to look at, and they're going to think this is an easy 3 points. I know quite a few teams have perhaps underestimated us a little bit this season, but you just got to take your chances, and we just didn't do that, did we? Really, Louis, I've not missed watching Horvath. Yeah, he's not a patch on Piers Charles. Hopefully, Piers Charles is going to be is going to be available soon, and panicking. We're panicking at the back there, but the ball's come in, and it looks like it's easy to deal with. Hover's come out, and Iorfa's just kicked it into Rowe's head instead. Fair play to Iorfa, just deal with it. We can't get the ball out. Bannon wins it. Can we get it out this time? Yes, we can. Bannon plays it out wide. Palmer takes it in his stride on this right-hand side. Slips Jamal Lowe in. We're in the box. Where can he find anyone? He pulls it across. Ingleson's there and he just can't get enough on it. Chris says Charles back in February with Weaver and Dish. Is that for certain, Chris? Is that what Henrik said? Played inside to Brown. We're all right when we're going forward. Again, we've got the ball on this right-hand side. Palmer with it. Jamal Lowe now looks for inside. Lowe, come on. Ingleson with a bit heavy-handed there and gives away a free kick. And looks like Dom Iorfa's down injured as well. Hopefully that's not too serious. Just watching that chance back. Jamal Lowe gets it. Does well to make some room. Ingleson just couldn't quite get there, and there was a defender rushing on as well, which made it difficult for him. Just looking on the socials, Joseph says, has anyone got the effort to be arsed? Like I see we're losing and I feel nothing. Couldn't care less. Steve says, we'll be relegated by the time Charles and Weaver are back. Does anyone know the earliest time that a club can get relegated? I suppose, obviously, it has to be after halfway through the season, thinking it logically, because, up until that point, you can still get more points. It must be that. It will be the next game after the halfway stage. I suppose it can't really be a definitive time, can they, where you can get relegated, because it depends on all the other results. But anyway, when is the earliest that a team's got relegated? P. Wednesday, when might we consider our young keeper? Or will that be too much of a stretch? I like what you're doing there. I clocked it before I read it out. I clocked it. Nothing's happening at the moment. Iorfa is on the edge of the pitch. He's received his treatment. It looks like he'll be coming on any second now, or after his 30 seconds, or however long it is. Johnny says he's more interested to see if anyone is in the director's box. Very, very interesting. I think the cameras would have found him if he was there or not. Elliot, someone grab the photos of Barry Coe from the Megast. My club's burning down, Jerry. Hey, Elliot, it's not the Megast anymore. It's the Megastore. We've fixed the O, the R, and the E. We're on the way up as a club. When's he trying to play out, and we've got it over halfway. Jamal Lowe picking it up on this right-hand side. George Brown does well. Ingleson out there, just trying to thread a pass through to Jamal Lowe in the 18-yard box, and that's just clumsy, Ingleson. Svante, you don't need to do that. Bell were going absolutely nowhere, and he just put his hands on him and pushed him over. He's whenever you put your hands on a player, he's just gonna go down. Tell says we're playing well. Keep going, boys. Yeah. I mean, other than that, there's been a little bit of a spell where we looked a bit shaky at the back, and other than the goal, well, again, it's just a mistake. Keeper does a lot better than that, and we're not asking much from him really. It was a fairly tame first effort. Oh, Jamal Lowe nearly nicks it off the defender, but no. Other than that, I think we have looked okay. But again, if it's still 0-0, you're okay. But when you go 1-0 down, you think, well, you've got to make most of them chances. Jamal Lowe now has it. Got a bit of space on the edge of the box. Can he find a shot? He's trying to get into his right foot. Another one who clearly hasn't got a... He doesn't back himself on that left-hand side. Put Jamal Lowe and Barry Bannon together, you'd have a rate player, wouldn't you? He needed to hit that on his left. He's cut on his right-hand side, and I think he's tried to bend it round the defender, but two of them were on him, and he's never really going to do that. But it's a corner. Let's take the positives. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, then do hit that subscribe button. We're well over 4,000 now as Bannon just floats it into the back stick. Keeper doesn't come, and it's headed away by a Charlton defender, and it'll go out for a throw-in on this side. Hulking Hilo, Southampton hold the record for the earliest relegation in Prem history by games remaining, confirmed in April 2025 with 7 games left to play. In terms of calendar date, Derby in 07-08. That sounds like very much like a ChatGPT answer, Hilo. I think. Am I right in saying that? Apologies if it's not. Apologies if you've done the research yourself. But it sounds very much AI. Or AI, as Boris Johnson was saying. And ChatGPT. Has anyone seen that video, by the way? Why he says it like that, I have no idea. Google AI. Yeah, I thought so, Hilo. I thought so. I use it myself quite a bit, so you can spot it from a mile off. Hey, Brown and the keeper having a bit of a ding dong there. I missed that one. Comes out to Ingleson in the 6-yard box. Oh, just doesn't fall to one of the blue and white shirts. Horvath is way out of his box. Plays it to Bannon. This is a bit tricky. This get rid. Ball goes long. Nothing doing. It's gone out for a throw-in. Couple of yards ahead of the halfway line. He only thinks football started with the Prem, though, unfortunately. Yeah. It does give up some weird responses, doesn't it, really? It's not really good for stuff that's recent either, I've noticed. Horvath has it. It looks like he's going to punt it long, looking for... Who is it up there? Is it Max Lowe? Max Lowe looks like he's got a bit of a nosebleed. He's nearly the furthest man forward. Looks very hectic. Oh, Iofa's done. Iofa's down. He's gone to play the ball, and it looks like it's his lower back, his top of his glutes, to give it the technical term. Gluteus maximus. That is going to be a blow, that. Just purely from a numbers perspective, we haven't got anyone else, have we, really, that can play there? What happened? Just looking at, it's just showing you the challenge from earlier, from about 5 minutes ago, where he were down, and he just gets clattered. It looks like he's probably going to carry on. It doesn't look like he's going to come off. They're putting some sort of deep heat, I think it would be. Like Joe Watt, by the way, just reminds you of a changing room, doesn't it? When you're playing football, that smell of deep heat. But it looks like he's going to try and carry on, probably because we just haven't really got anyone else to play there. Like I said, I think if we can, you'd probably bring, I don't know, Kadamartri on and then Jamal Lowe play out wide. I don't know. Like you'd probably have to juggle it around a little bit. Or Palmer to play at centre back and then put maybe a McNeil in there instead of Palmer. McNeil play in the middle and Valerie go out wide. It needs a lot of juggling around, I think, if we are going to make a change. Chris, no, he's not his arse. It's not his asshole. It might be his arse. Daniel Magic Cream, definitely. Tom, can one of the bailiffs fill in as centre back? Yeah. When administrators come in, what position are you playing then, lads? And lasses. Could be women as well. Let's just put it out there. What's the other scores then so far? Oxford beat Derby 1-0 in the lunchtime kickoff. QPR lost to Millwall 2-1. Southampton drew with Swansea. Yeah, Valerie could go at centre-back as well. Yeah, you're right. Jamal Lowe took a whack to the face as well. It is. I said it was going to be aggressive, and Charlton certainly living up to that anyway. Well, that's totally wrong. My flash scores are saying that all the games are on 1 minute. Well, that can't be right, can it? Surely. Oh, the ball's over the top. Otabayo tries to... No. You know what? Otabayo there, he's tried to nod it back and didn't quite get enough on it. Kelman's running through, and to be fair, he's recovered really well, and it's a good challenge in the end. It could have been a lot easier than that, but... Let's have a look now. It's a Mass that loses the ball. It's just a boot forward. It's a foot race, and you're not going to nod it back at that point there. Good challenge. I think it's probably going in as well. He's looking for that far corner. Right, Wednesday have got it. Palmer looking to get over halfway. Bannon fizzes it out to this left-hand side. Right-hand side, apologies. Don't really matter which side does it, because it's gone sailing straight out for a throw-in. There's only been a couple of goals elsewhere. Birmingham 1, Hull 1. And the only other game is our game, so I'll not read that one out. We all know it's 1-0 to Charlton, don't we? United have got Watford, of course. The Chris Wilder derby. Even though you would be forgiven for forgetting that Chris Wilder even managed any other team other than United, of course. Tom, I just feel sorry for the players at this point. Yeah, really, really. It's just such a sorry state to be in, isn't it? It's a cross that comes in, and it's a great ball in. Palmer just puts it out for a corner. Just on that point that Tom's just made there, feeling sorry. I do like, you can talk about money and things and everything else, but ultimately they're here to do a job, and they're just fighting with their hands tied behind the back, aren't they? Ultimately, the football now is a squad game, and they look around and everyone's just falling to the wayside. You know, everywhere they look, there's another injury. And I said this at the start of the season. I think it was obvious to see that this was going to happen. Players are just going to start breaking down, and the injuries are so long as well. You know, it didn't take long, did it? Shalabar getting injured in the first game of the season. That kind of set the tone, didn't it, really? Charlton are calling for a handball. Nothing coming. Amas plays it outside to Palmer. Palmer finds Jamal Lowe. Jamal Lowe's having to come really deep to pick up the ball. He's favouring this right-hand side, which, again, I don't mind him being there, but he's supposed to be up top. Do you know what I mean? Like, unless that's what he's been told to do, unless he's been told to float down this right-hand side as well. We've got the ball. It's a hospital pass from Otabayo. We've still got possession, though. It's bouncing around a little bit. Oh, it's another hospital pass, and Iofa's on the deck again. No, he's not. It's Valerie. I will get Valerie's. I see. I don't. Valerie plays centre mid. Right, I've got it. Tom, has Iofa gone down badly, or is he okay? He's coming off now anyway. He's going to be replaced by Sean Fashira. Sean Fashira sporting his new look without his dreadlocks. We all know what happened to Ugbo when he did that, so I hope Fashira doesn't have the same fate. Right, Fashira's gone right wing back. I don't know what's changed here. Obviously, we've got a free kick, so we'll have to wait to see how it's changed. But that's a good ball. Valerie back stick to Hamas, who digs it back out, and Charlton clear. Bannon, too much on the pass once again from Barry Bannon, and it's gone out into touch. Bannon looks frustrated already. Nat just looked knackered all over the pitch. Well, we've had 2 weeks off, haven't we? You'd think you'd be a little bit refreshed, but I do agree. Hamas passes it back to Hover. For my days. We're just making it difficult for us. To be fair, it is a poor pass from Hamas back to Horvath. It's a bouncing ball, and yeah, it's a throw-in to Charlton about 18 yards out. Rach, I could just cry when this is all going to end. I feel like we're all in mourning. Yeah, the problem is, Rach, we don't know when it is going to end, do we? You know, is it going to be next week? Is it going to be a month, a year? We've no idea, but I do totally agree with you. It's a cross into the box, headed away. Fischera goes down and wins a free kick. He's probably bought that one, I think, but we needed it, to be fair, because we are massively under the cosh there. And no point getting upset by the results. We're heading for points deductions and relegation anyway, just trying to accept it. I know, but I've always said as well on this podcast, we'll talk about the football for what it is, just for the football. We all know the reasons why we are where we are. I know I agree with, not letting it get to you, but ultimately we're all Wednesday fans and we all want Wednesday to do well, don't we? We all, we all want to win games, and we don't want it to ruin his weekends. But do totally agree with you. It's a great ball. Come on, the flag's gone up. Bannon played Jamal Lowe in there, and he was in acres of space. But the reason why he was in acres of space is because he was offside. P. Wednesday, Glutamus Maximus. I only answer to the true emperor, so do one. Des John. We've ascertained he's now going to be referred to as Des. Talking about Des, I'm off to London on Tuesday. I don't think I mentioned this before, but off to London, invited down on a new game show on YouTube called Call Yourself a Fan. Got the email a couple of weeks ago, so I'll be heading down there with Jake and Peter. Two other Wednesday fans, Jake from the Trust, who you'll know, and yeah. So it's a quiz show, 3 against 3. Cross comes in from Barry Banner. He looks for Jamal Lowe, but he can't get there, and it looks like it's going to go all the way out. Oh, well done, Jamal Lowe. He's kept it in. Come on, can he find someone? No, straight to the keeper. No, so yeah, it's 3 on 3. The other team is going to be headed up by Jimmy Bullard. The host is Alex Brooker from the last leg. I don't know who the other person on their other team is going to be, but they have a former player, and it only reminded me because I said Des. It is, of course, Des Walker, who's going to be the other guest, which is going to be fun. So that's on Tuesday. I don't know when it's going to come out on the YouTubes, but yeah, so I'm sure when I find out, I will let everyone know. But it should be a good laugh. It's more of a generic football quiz than a kind of a Wednesday quiz. So I don't know how I'm going to fare because I don't watch much of a football other than Sheffield Wednesdays. Charlton come forward. It's a cross deflected, and Horvath will pick it up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. And all travel expenses paid. It's always nice. So yeah, like I said, I'll let you know how I get on. Although I won't spoil it. I won't let everyone know what the final result was. Hulkin says, "Oh dear, getting messy. This. Anyone seen director's box picks yet?" No. Although I haven't been. Like I mentioned, if you see anything, let me know. I've got a lot on at the moment. Tom says Lowe should have scored. are you meaning the header that he had kind of when the game was 0-0? If you are, then I do agree. Cammy says, going to beat these 2-1. I have no fear. Flapjack fingers over with a 40-yard screamer. I mean, there is that saying that anything can happen, but I can't see that one happening, to be fair. As a cross comes in, it's a header from Palmer. It's going to go out for it's a goal kick. I thought Palmer put that out, but clearly hadn't. Well, hadn't accorded to the referee anyway, and the linesman. Yeah, it does look like it comes off the Charlton man in the end. There's been one other goal since last time. Stoke have taken the lead against Wrexham. Horvath with a long punt forward. George Brown does well to control it. Back to halfway and for Shearer. I've not quite noticed how the changes that we've made. I don't know whether have we gone to a back four or is Palmer slotted in? Not too sure at the moment. Is it a free kick? We've got a free kick down near the corner. No, it's not a free kick. It's a throw-in that we've got instead. Should it have been a foul? George Brown, fucking, he's dragged him by his neck. How's that not a foul? Ingleson throwing inside 18 yards on the far side. Can he throw it in? Can we fashion a chance? Valerie's shirt's nearly come off him. Joe, what's everyone else's take on this? When there's an issue in the box, why the referee brings players over and talks to him? What's the point? They know the rules. Just give a foul. I'm just watching it now. Connor Coventry, he's just racked his shirt over his head. Coventry, he's on a yellow card as well, by the way. Not sponsored by Coca-Cola, but if you are watching, let me know. The cross, the throwing came in and Horvath's got it, and he's going to punt it long. We've got 3 minutes until half time. It's probably a nice opportunity to say, if you are watching, listening, head over to X Spaces at half time, because I will be doing getting your reaction from this first half. I'll remember to put my headphones on this time, because last time I was like, I can't hear anyone. I've not bloody got my headphones on, that's why. Let me see if we can find them. Let me have a look. Spaces. I'll make sure I start the right one, not the full-time one, because that would be a bit of a mistake. Ingleson chases it into the corner. Is he going to win it? He does win it. He can't keep it in, though, and it's going to go for a throw-in. We're getting the jeers from the Charlton fans now. You know, every time there's a misplaced pass, every time the ball goes out of play, must be difficult for the players that are out there. James says, proper dirty bastards, Charlton, aren't they? Well, we got told about it. Like, this is the way that they want to play, and they get away with it. Do you know what I mean? Like that there. Connor Coventry has literally got his shirt over his head. Nothing came of it. The other player ragged George Brown by his neck. Nothing, not even a free kick. So whilst ever they get away with it, and whilst ever the referees aren't going to clamp down on it, they're just going to keep doing it. So I mean, I don't know I don't know who's in the wrong. Like, are they dirty bastards if they get away with it, if they're not being pulled up? I do agree with you, though. Like, I think we're just too nice. I think we've been too nice for far too long. I think that when Bannon's another loose pass, Campbell picks it up. Wednesday win the ball back just, but it's a loose pass from Max Lowe and it's gone out for a throw-in. How much injury time are we going to have? Jamal Lowe commits a foul. Matt's text me, says, is it Chansiri in the box? Bloke who looks shitloads like him. Has anyone seen any pictures from the box? Is it Dapon in there? Let me know if you have seen anything. Scott says Jamal Lowe is having a mare. Chris, cheeky rum and coke. No, it's not a rum and coke, unfortunately. It would be nice though. Never seen Bannon give the ball away as much. I agree. Cross comes in. It's a header and it's 2. Riesberg. Fuck's sake. Tom says, and that's that, folks. Yeah, I have to agree, to be honest. We're just going to see a replay in a minute. It's a free kick that comes in. They're all stood on the edge of the 18-yard box, and it's whipped in, and you just get in front of your man. Like, you get in front of your man, and you make it very, very easy for you. Is it Valerie who's marking him? I think it is. He doesn't pick him up at all. These three players that can probably head that ball if Burke doesn't nod it in, and it's just an easy goal. He's within the 18-yard. He's within the goal. When he heads it, he's just got to nod it towards goal, and he does that, and it's 2-0. It's not half time yet, but thanks everyone for joining over on X Spaces. Do press that request to talk button. As soon as the whistle goes, I'll be getting your reaction from this first half so far. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Charlton Athletic 2. Bannon picks it up and he plays it on this right hand side, and it's another misplaced pass. Do you know what? Someone said it earlier over in the chat. Never seen Bannon give the ball away as much, and I have to agree. And it's coming forward again. It could be 3 before half time here. Cuts inside. He's hit it with right-footed, and it's gone over the bar. Could have been 3. That could have been 3. And do you know what? I don't think we've played that bad in this first half. We've just not taken his chances. You know, we had the chance at Jamal Lowe at 0-0. That he had to score it, and then we have a mistake with Horvath and the injury to Iorfa. Anything that can go wrong in this first half kind of has, but again, I don't think we've played too bad. Surely the whistle's going to go. I know we've got another minute to go, but yeah, it's not been too bad of a performance. Really, it's been a bit scrappy. It's not been, look, we haven't played them off the park, but we have had opportunities. It's not been all one-way traffic. It's not been, a total hammering by Charlton. But as we were just talking about before, they are being physical. Connor Coventry ragging Valerie's shirt over his head. Like, how that's not a foul and a penalty, I have no idea. Like, how can that be allowed? Brown getting ragged round his neck. They're just the physical side, and they're getting away with it, aren't they? Again, if you're on X Spaces, press that request to talk button on the bottom left. I can see G has done just that. As soon as the whistle goes, I will come straight to you. I've got G, I've got Paul, which I'll come to you guys in a second. Just wait in the wings until half time. Just mute yourself, Paul, if you can, pal. Ball lofted forwards, just coming straight back at the moment. Mate. Hi, Paul. How's it going, mate? Just I'll come to you in a second as soon as the whistle goes.
Okay.
Ball out to his right hand side and Bannon, and he just gets shoved off the ball, and it's going to be a throw in to Coventry. And surely the whistle is going to go any time now. And it does. The whistle goes. Charlton 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0 at half-time. Paul, I'll come to you in a second, but G was first, so in the interest of fairness, let's come to G. G, how's things, mate? You all right?
I'm not watching it no more. Just watching Predator right now, James.
What? When did you switch it off when the second goal went in?
Oh yeah. Well, let's just say, right, I've not really watched it because I'm having problems with me Android. But it's something to do with Sky. I don't know, but I'm just watching.
The thing is, though, G, it's another game where we've gone in behind, gone in 2-0 two goals down at half time. I've just been mentioning the performance hasn't been too bad, but you've just got to take your chances, G, haven't you? When you don't do that, you leave yourself open.
Don't take a chance. You get killed for it, and that's what happened when Lowe missed that sitter, and he had another chance as well. I believe he had from a shot, didn't he?
Yeah, he's had two chances that he should have done better with, but it's just one of those where nothing's really going right for us, is it? Iofa's gone off injured as well. Hopefully that's not too serious. Looks like his lower back or his top of his arse that he seems to have hurt, but he looks in some pain. Went down 3 times with that one. That's going to be a huge blow, isn't it? I know whether you like Iofa or not, he's got a lot of experience, and we just haven't got many bodies, have we?
Oh, it's just more and just pile up, and how we gonna sort them out, eh?
I have no idea. Gee, thanks for coming on, pal. Do appreciate it. Let's come to Paul then next, if we can. Paul, mate, 2-0 down. Is it all but game over?
Well, I might just put WWF on and watch second half outside of that, to be honest. I mean, the one thing that I want to see when they come back to Willsborough, hopefully we'll have a new owner and we'll smash them all up park. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. He's round his neck. You can see him spinning from the sky cameras, Brown, because he's got his hand round his neck, which is a yellow card straight away or a free kick. Jamal Lowe does something that's not even half as bad as that. Second goal.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable. I don't mind the position we're in, not having the strength, but it takes the absolute piss when the officials haven't got a clue.
Yeah.
It's just poor. In fact, I think that second goal was offside as well, looking at it. One of the players was off.
Yeah, I don't think it's the guy that heads it, but he does well. It's just really frustrating, isn't it? I mean, not only that, Valerie's got his shirt over his head as well, which, I mean, how that's not a... I mentioned it on the stream, but how when they bring him over to talk to him, pisses me off no end. Like, just give a penalty.
It's a yellow card. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. The problem is with the lads is they're giving everything, and it just doesn't, like, you can see them all giving 110%, and we're not even getting the basics that are actually, like, just the basic things. Get this. It all comes back to this fucking chairman we've got. Get him out. It's like watching a boxer with one arm tied behind his back.
Yeah. Do you know what,
it's
though,
just
Paul?
absolutely horrendous.
I don't think we've been too bad, though, really. Like,
we've just not got.
All they've done, Paul, is they've had 2 chances and they've scored, haven't they, really, when you look at it? They've had a couple more. No, they've had how many shots? 4 shots, if that, but...
I just think it's the quality, James. I mean, Otibayo, the young lad, I just think he's... I mean, I'm listening to Charlton's commentary, and, they've absolutely, in the first 20 minutes, they were pinpointing him, saying, he don't look very good, he don't look very steady. I mean, he pulled a great tackle off after he headed it back to him. But the fact of the matter is, some of these players for Shearer, him, Brown, they're just not ready.
No.
You can see, if you put a Windass in there, put a Pato in there, put a Johnson in there on the left, we've got half a fighting chance. It's just, what annoys me is at the minute, if we don't go into admin, we might not get as many points deducted. We've got a chance. We can bring some frees in, we can train them up. It just needs this man at the top to just say, you know what? He just doesn't, I don't know if he understands what he's actually causing by staying longer.
I know, yeah, like, I've tried to find the quote when he said, like, I don't want to hurt the club or whatever he said. I'll always do the best for the football club. Well, he absolutely isn't, is he really? Because, he could.
No, he's creating more damage.
Yeah, with the amount of debt that the club's got, well, I suppose it hasn't got much debt, has it? Really, it's only got a debt to him. But he could just, if it's that much of a problem for him, and he hasn't got any money, like just get rid of it. Just sell it for.
Do you know what,
People
James?
are willing to pay a fair value for the football club, but
Yeah,
they just don't want to
and
deal
it's just
with him.
Go and get somebody in. Some of these embargoes will go because the EFL, I'm sure, will do some deal. Get some of these free transfers that's still been training up to this point. Get them in. Get some bodies in. Take a points deduction that we're probably going to get, but it's not going to be half as bad if the new owners comes in and negotiates. While he's sat there, isn't he, thinking he's doing all this, he's just getting us worse and worse into it. It's getting deeper into it. He just needs to cut his losses and go. There's no point watching us at the minute. Honestly, it's criminal what the EFL are letting happen here. It's absolutely criminal.
Yeah, and another 2 goals that we've conceded. I'm just looking now. We've conceded now 22 goals in 10 games in the league, which is quite a feat.
Well, we ain't really got. What I've noticed is, as he's driving on Ingleson, you're leaving Bannon and you're leaving Valerie in the centre. Valerie's he's a brilliant player, but he's not really a central midfielder. So there's no cover there. So they're cutting straight through because Bannon's obviously 35-year-old, not physically enough to deal with this. We're desperate for somebody like a Shalabar back, but these are these bodies that are on the free transfers at the minute that are out there that could just plug a hole and do a job. And by him staying in power and doing whatever he's doing, and by the regulator not being quick enough, we're just going to get dragged straight back down. I actually think if there was a change the next couple of weeks, we've got half a chance of getting out of this with a small points deduction.
Yeah, there is some poor sides, isn't there? And when you look at it, I know we're losing.
These aren't great, James, are they? These aren't great, James, are they?
But no, it's been a fairly. I know it's 2-0 and that, but it's been fairly even. I think we just look a bit like at 6s and 7s. I think when we go forward, sometimes we're putting some decent moves together, but when we're defending, it's just panic stations, isn't it? Really, and we're just all over the shop and. Nobody's kind of.
Can I just say one thing as well?
Of course you can, mate.
Can I just say one thing? Get Jamal Lowe on the fucking wing.
Well, he seems to be drifting out there, doesn't he, at the moment? But he's drifting out, and nobody else is kind of coming into. He's just leaving George Brown up top by himself. He's like doubling up. It was Palmer, weren't it? And they've kind of shuffled it around a little bit since that injury.
Well, they've kicked him all over, George Brown. I mean, in the box, when he's wrestling with him in the box, the keeper and he's pushing him and starting on him. The keeper should be yellow carded for that.
Yeah,
it's blatantly obvious. And then in the corner, he's got his hands round trying to wind him up. Give him a yellow card. Cut it out. Just cut it all out. But the referees let it go. Honestly, God, I hope they come back to Hillsborough.
We're too nice, Paul.
Yeah.
As a football club, we don't. The only time that we did that is when David Stockdale came in. Do you know, that second season when we got promoted, when David Stockdale came in, we had a bit of a nasty streak about us. The whole, my fingers hurting and stuff, and he went down injured, and when he weren't injured. Other than that one season,
we've lost the shit houses, haven't we? We've lost the shit houses.
Well, we haven't
got
got Pato anymore, have we? So that's all gone. He was the person that did all that. We're too nice. We're trying to play. I mean, which I prefer. Like from a personal perspective, I would rather the game be played in the right way. But unfortunately, just by kicking 10 shades of shit out of each other, you're 2-0 up. So that's their game plan.
They've pinpointed, aren't they? They've pinpointed the dangers. Well, they've pinpointed the weaknesses. They've pinpointed the young lad, Atibayo. Iofa's out of it, the central centre-back, the authoritative figure. He's gone now. You've got a young lad up front that's got legs who's probably the best scorer we've got up front at the minute. They're kicking him all over. And the referee's just going, yeah, go on. Give him an headlock if you want. Yeah, it's fine. It's all right. Not wrong with that.
But it works, though, doesn't it, Paul?
If I were a captain, I'd be going fucking mental.
But it works, though, doesn't it, Paul? Because you play football yourself. But you get a bit of a kick or whatever, and then it does knock you off a little bit. You've got to be a certain character, haven't you, to be able to keep going. I mean, I know you've
got to give it back.
I know, yeah, but and we're not always we're being too nice. And there's no criticism. I mean, look, like these lads are. well, they're not getting paid. I know they have been paid, but 2 weeks late. They're probably thinking, well, I've been paid, but am I going to get paid in 2 weeks' time? You know, we're closer to...
I know. Well, hopefully...
Go on.
Hopefully we're going to have something happen, aren't we, before next game? I hope. Well, maybe not the next game, but I'm hoping before it's too long, something's going to give. Every day seems to be closer and closer, and for me, I just feel that something's got to give soon with all this.
Yeah, Paul, massive thanks for coming on, pal. Do really appreciate it, as always. Let's have a look. We've got... let me try and... no, I thought the Trust were coming up to speak then, but they're just listening in. It looks like we're probably a couple of minutes away from the second half getting underway. Yeah, I'm just going to read some comments out whilst I do that. Let me... Stuart says, Charlton don't look that good. Quite an even game, yeah. Neil says, feel sorry for the players. It's not their fault we're in this situation. With last season's team, we'll be 3 up in this game. Charlton are poor. Sean Hovath is really poor with handling. Just hold the ball. Yeah, we knew that already, didn't we, Sean? Really, that is a bit... He's not very good at his feet, and he can't really catch a ball either. I mean, I suppose that's fundamentals of being a goalkeeper. But anyway, let's not dig him out too much. Mark, not one single player wants to be on that pitch, and you can't blame him. At this point, I really have lost all interest in watching Sheffield Wednesday. Mark, you are not alone. There's a lot of people that feel like that. And as I said a couple of weeks ago as well, you are no less of a fan if you feel that, you know, I know we're saying enough is enough for Depon Chansiri, or Des, as we've been calling him. But again, if you feel that enough is enough at the moment and you want to take a break, you can always come back. Like I said, there's no shame in that whatsoever. Jeffers, bad goalkeeping and a silly free kick given away again. Sean also says, I think I'm ready to boycott iFollow, just too depressing. Jarv says, was you in Morrison's today? Yes, I was. That seems like the place where I meet all listeners of the podcast. Jarv, I was in Morrison's with my lad. If you saw me, you probably did if you're mentioning that. MC Owl says, obviously stop them from scoring. Poor goalkeeping for the first. James Revel says, get Jamal Lowe off the pitch. Yeah, but who else comes in? Cadamartre? Is he fit enough to play 45 minutes? Don't know. We'll see. Do keep all your comments coming in if you can. Let's see if there's any over on YouTube as well. P Wednesday says, bound to hit social media fast if he's in the box rattling around, told Des. Yeah, I haven't seen anything. Again, let me know if you have spotted him anywhere. Well, I say anywhere, namely in the box at Charlton Athletic. Hope says, sick of it. 22 shy low, can't be expected to do a job alone, and Fishira is class, but in midfield, what is going on? Iofa, it's cold now, coming into winter, he will be out. Yeah, it does seem to happen that with our Dom, doesn't it? Jordan, I know we're not meant to be slagging off the players, but Horvath is crap. James, what is the game plan? I don't know. It's clearly go along. We're looking to go down mainly the right-hand side with Palmer by the looks of things. Obviously, Jamal Lowe is trying to help out down that side as well. But yeah, I mean, it's all gone out the window now, 2-0 down. What do we do? Throw the kitchen sink at it? Players have just come out as well, certainly the Wednesday players, so kick-off is not going to be too far away. Josh, let me put my teeth back in. It's not Josh Lukai. Self-inflicted torture. This currently sat in 30-degree heat in Morocco. Just couldn't let myself enjoy your holiday. Josh, turn it off. Get a pina colada or whatever you're drinking, and enjoy yourself, mate. P Wednesday. There's a chameleon sat in the box? ? Tony still debt though, James. Yeah, but what I mean is, what I was going to say is, just write it all off and move on. But yeah, it's a debt to him, but it's not a secured debt, is it? J Blogs, our team has been decimated up front and at the back. We don't even have the ability to counter teams, so they can just attack without a risk. Hope says, absolute joke, the officials. Matt's gone with, can't blame the lads on the pitch. It's got to be hard with everything that's going on. Imagine trying to get motivated to do a regular job with all of this. And Mark says, not to worry, we'll be wound up soon enough. There does seem to be a bigger picture, don't they? Really, when you think about it, the football is kind of secondary, isn't it? Really, there's bigger problems. Right, looks like we're about to get underway. I'm going to end the X Spaces. We're going to come back at full time. So if you want to get your voices heard, do join me later on the full time whistle. Well, about 3 or 4 minutes before the whistle goes, I'll start it. But yeah, we're over on YouTube. Head over there. Carry on. Get in the comments. I'll read them out when we can. Fingers crossed we can do what we did against Wrexham and get a point in all this. But cheers, guys, and we'll see you in a bit. Right, just kicked off. Doesn't look like we've made any changes. Or have we made any changes? No, I don't think we have. If we have, I've missed it because I was... No, it doesn't look like we have made any changes. Madison, my middle name is Wednesday. Going to change it. Now, is that true, Madison? Is your middle name actually Wednesday? If it is, that is absolutely class. If we have another, I'm going to call it, middle name would be Barry Bannon, I think. Left-hand side with Jamal Lowe. Can we fashion a chance? No, we can't. Charlton seem to have one man over every time. It's almost like we're playing with 10 men. Just there, Jamal Lowe had 3 men around him, couldn't get his crossover. So like I say, it's almost like they've just got an extra man all over the pitch at the moment. Justin says, I think ultimately the players know that no matter what the players do, we are relegated. We don't have a good enough squad, and there's no criticism of the young lads. The club is finished. It wouldn't surprise me. I know we're only in the middle of October. The January transfer window is still a way away, but it wouldn't surprise me if they've already spoken to their agents and they've said, get my name out there, get me out of this place, get me another deal, wherever that may be. And that'll be playing on the minds, won't it? It is a game of football, but yeah. I did question this. I did wonder, before the season went underway, like how long, that first game against Leicester, the effort was second to none. But I did say you can't do that for the full season. You can't do that for 46 games of the season. So, yeah, we're obviously questioning it. It must be difficult as well, just absolutely pissing into the wind, aren't they, really? Again, I mentioned before, and you look to the bench and look who's going to come on to change it. They're not there, are they? Bailey Cadamartri, all right, I'll give you that one. He can perhaps come on and maybe do something. But even then, we're not talking about, like a Stephen Fletcher, someone who scored a lot of goals for Sheffield Wednesday or a lot of goals in his career. Inglesome comes striding forward, but there's nobody there. He's remonstrating with the referee. He thinks he's been dragged back, and he probably has, because we all know that what this Charlton side are like, and Hove have played it out. Jamal Lowe plays it inside to Harry Amas. Can he find a pass? Looks to go inside, and Barry Bannon. Jan Valery, is he going to strike it? No, he's not. He goes out right wide to Fishera. Palmer whips it in. Oh, nobody there. Valery nods it on, but there was nobody behind him to pick it up. Bit of head tennis in the middle of the park at the moment. Anyone going to control it? And ball. Is this ref blind or what? I mean, we had possession anyway. I probably wouldn't have given it, but surely you'd say advantage. Charlton come forward. That's offside, surely. Yes, it is. I think this Lino thinks they've got VAR, because these offside calls are so late. And if you're wondering as well, you're probably thinking Tyrese Campbell. I recognise that name. No, it is not the Tyrese Campbell at those down the road. They have got players in the same position with exactly the same name. I wonder how many times that's happened. For Shearer. Oh, he's just muscled off the ball, not strong enough. They played it down the left-hand side. Keeper's come steaming out. He's got there first, just. Horvath, that is, because I think if he left it to Bay, I mean, fair play, Horvath there. He's read it well and thwarted the danger somewhat. Old Geezer says, I had to turn the TV off. Is it too early to open the gin? Well, I'm glad you've turned the telly off and kept me on. That is a positive. So I'm going to take that as a bit of a win. Yvonne, a fan from Essex. Good luck to these lads who come out to give it their all, and an empty pay packet at the end of the week. We're all behind you. Yeah, 100%, Yvonne. Totally agree on that one. A mask can only head it to Charlton play. Recovers well. Good block in the end. This could be a bit of a hammer in here. I do really worry. Every time Charlton come forward, I think it's going to be a goal. Cross comes in. Horvath this time collects it and holds on to it. Chris, I'm 5 deep already. It's not even 5 o'clock. Good effort, that, Chris. What are you drinking? Let us know. What is everyone drinking? Surely someone's got some beers on the go. My Budweisers are still in the fridge. Someone mentioned this on me in Morrison's earlier. I did venture down the alcohol aisle, but I left it. I'm being good. Because if I buy any, I just sup them all in record time. Cross comes in, back stick, header! Oh! It's a fantastic cross, back stick, Ingleson's there, he rises really well. I'm just going to watch it again now. It's a great cross. Leaps like a salmon, and I mean, if it's on target, it goes in. You know, if it's just below the bar, I don't think the keeper's going to get to it, to be fair, but good chance. Again, comes back to not taking your chances. I mean, it's not a gilt-edged chance. I think he more of a half chance, if I'm being honest. But Emma says, you're on the TV. Love it. Tony, they'll be out of date soon, James. Yeah, they will. I'm not checked. They've been in there a while. There's only 3, though, as I mentioned. I did have to break into them. Scott's on his 4th kind of Stella. Chris is drinking a beer and Moretti. Matt needs to be careful, mate. He's just necked a cold fruit shoot. Joe what? Robinson's make an absolute killing off those fruit shoots as Charlton come forward. Left-footed strike. It's a good save from Horvath this time. Get rid of it. Someone, please. Did well there in the end. I think it was Max Lowe just kind of flicked his foot at it, almost like, can't be arsed with this. Good save that from Horvath this time. And Barry Bannon kicks it out of play once again. I mean, it's a difficult pass that he's tried. He's tried to switch it to the other side, but I count 4, 5 times that he's given possession away just from a misplaced pass. Just going to see the chance again. Edge of the box. He struck it with his left foot. Good save, but he's palmed it straight out into danger, but we just managed to deal with it. Mark says, I've got a vodka and a bunch of painkillers ready here. Mark, it's not that bad. Don't worry. Look, we've got to have a laugh, haven't we? If we don't have a laugh, then we'll be all crying, won't we, really, to be fair? As the ball goes out, and it's going to be a goal kick to Sheffield Wednesday. Rob's on the Stella, feeling a sad fella. Bloody tuna chops ruining my Saturday again. I think someone said it earlier. Let's not make it ruin his weekend. I think what we've got to look at is we're going to probably lose most, if not every game so far this season, and anything else is a bonus. You know, I mentioned earlier that I took a 1-1, then I was kind of convinced myself into thinking, actually, we need to go out and win this game. Really, any point is a good point this season, and I think that's why we've got to let's not get too down when the results don't come, because it's more than likely that That's what's going to happen. Nat says, how much are we missing Weaver? Massively, massively. Ball comes out to his left-hand side and Charlton have it. He's in the boxes, left, right. Looks like, reminds me of that Doku there, that Tyrese Campbell that they've got, just in his appearance. And also how he plays as well, very erratic, but you don't really know what he's going to do. Ball chipped over the top. What we're going to deal with it. Wrestled to the ground. Here's going to be a goal kick to Sheffield Wednesday. And there's been a goal that's gone in at Bramall Lane as well. So does that mean that we're bottom? I think it does, doesn't it? Yes, on goal difference. Yeah, we're on minus 14. They're now on minus 12. So obviously, it still could change. You know, you never know. But yeah. Madison says, shout out to my brother Joel, who's currently on the strongest stuff going, Ribena. Have you tried it neat? Tried the cordial. What do people call it by? Cordial or squash or dilute? To be fair, I don't know why I've called it cordial. I normally call it dilute. But anyway, if anyone drank it without putting the water in it, that is heavy stuff, that. You need to be careful. Should have a warning on it. Old geezer, if the guys that go to the away games don't renew their season tickets, do they lose their points allocation for next season? Will be funny seeing Phase 1 tickets needing 300 points. Yeah, so your season ticket, you get 230 ticket priority points with a season ticket. So if you don't renew your season ticket, then you're not going to get those. Obviously, they run for 2 years, so I don't know what the maximum is you can get. Well, it'll probably be, 230, so that's 460, plus they've had three away games. We had one. We'll have at least one in the FA Cup. That's 4, so that's that 500 points. Someone will be out there that'll tell me. So, yeah, if you don't renew your season ticket, you're already 230 down on everyone else that has renewed the season ticket. So, yeah, if everyone doesn't, yeah, the first couple of phases will have nobody buying them. Brown's gone down just on the edge of the box, on the corner of the box. It's just going to be a free kick. It's not going to be anything else. But it's got a fairly dangerous position. It's a chance to get across, and just watching it now. Lovely little pass from Palmer around the corner. Brown kind of tries to hold off the Charlton player, who just brings him down in the end, just clatters into him. Good play, that, to be fair. Johnny says 920 plus cup games, yeah. But it resets, doesn't it? So obviously at the start of the season, I don't know. I never have enough points to even make it even be something to look at. Mark, to hell with United, yeah, agreed. I just mentioned it, you know. So it's a free kick that Bannon's going to take, in swinging, left-footed, straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Mushroom says, I have 890 points. Don't even go anymore. Oh, Charlton come over halfway, trying to slip the striker through, but can't do it. And it's Ingleson that'll take it halfway this time. It slips. Oh, do you know what? So the Charlton fans said that they're an aggressive team, and you can see that 100% just won't give you a minute on the ball. And as much as I know Paul at half time we're getting a bit angry about it, but whilst ever the referee's going to let it slide, why not? We're just too nice. Chris, stick it on the honours board. United go above Wednesday Youth 18-10-25. I'm sure they'll be giving it big in the on the socials, which will be quite amusing. The cross has just come in. It's just a tame header from Fishera. There's just nothing, is there? There's just nothing going, and the problem. We all know the problem, don't we? It's a broken record. We know the problem with the reason why we are in the situation that we're in, and it's just, yeah. I really, do you know what? Like, has anyone else thought of this as well? Like, how far down do we actually go? Like if we get relegated this season, which is all but a given, what's going to happen next season? There's nobody there. The players are just going to, the players, the half decent players that still here will have left, even if they've not left in January. Scott says never ever seen it so bad up front. Yeah, like nothing's sticking, is it at all? Like nothing's working. It's a tough old watch, very tough watch. P Wednesday, I think we needed to be bottom to make Despon look totally shit when he's forced to go. Chris, anyone getting a new hobby for the weekend? If anyone takes up paddle, I'll be very disappointed after my little rant. Ingleson having a foot race. He gets there first. Brown's there. Can he find him? Oh, no. Do you know what? The defender did well there in the end. Do you know what? That's the only thing that's been happening, Nick. Like Ingleson with a bit of burst of pace. That's the only kind of positives that we've had. It's a beautiful ball by Jamal Lowe. Ingleson, he just the defender just muscles him off the ball and can't really get the cross off. But the thing is that much pace, nobody's there to help him, are they really? "1867 group are doing Egg the Elephants campaign. Bring your eggs, turn Hillsborough into an omelette." Well, that were all a bit of a lie yesterday, weren't it? People saying that the elephants have been vandalised, and then next minute there's a video and they look perfectly all right. Something might have happened to him, but if nothing had happened to him, I don't really get why say something like that. Like, a bit odd if people just made it up. But anyway. Johnny's currently making a costume for fancy dress party later. I'll tweet you a picture. Yep. Is it Depon Chansiri? That'd be for Halloween, that, wouldn't it, actually, to be fair? Bannon. Probing outside the box, trying to find a way in. Ingleson. Jamal Lowe. Strikes it. Deflected by the Charlton defender. It's out on this right-hand side with Sean Fishera. He goes back to Palmer. Can Palmer get a cross in? Leaves it for Fishera. Inside to Valerie. Valerie, can he get a cross in now? Get some space. He gets a cross in. Looking for George Brown, but it's cleared away by Charlton. Hope says that, to be fair, I looked at him play Leicester and I had a bit of hope, but gradually the passion seems to be going. But then, can we blame them? Late pay, if any HMRC knocking. Will they have a club to play for? I know it must be so difficult. You don't know you don't know what's going on, do you? You don't know what's around the corner. Ingleson throwing, long throw into the box. Can we flick it on? No, it comes straight back out to Ingleson, who nods it in, nodded out to the edge of the box. Nobody there. Fishera will find a mass looking for a pass. It rhymes that, doesn't it? Out to Fishera on this left. Again, probing and trying to find... I mean, let's give Charlton some credit here, because they're not giving us any space, not allowing us to get a cross in, not allowing us to get the ball in that 18-yard box. Amas chips it forward. Cleared, and it's out for another throw-in. Much better in these last 2 or 3 minutes. Joel says the more we lose, surely people will not want to go. and can only be a good thing if people don't turn up. Yeah, I mean, the boycotts are working. 100%. If anyone else is interested, Hull beating Birmingham 2-1. Birmingham gone down to 10 men. Coventry 2, Blackburn 0. Stoke 1, Wrexham 0, and West Brom 2, Preston 0. Oh, Jamal Lowe gets into the box, smashes it with his left foot. Unfortunately, goes a couple of yards over the bar. Bit better though, like I said, better. Ingleson holding the ball up on the halfway line, and we're just moving the ball from right to left quick. And it's Max Lowe that finds his namesake. He's got 4 men around him, but gets his shot off, just not on target. Right, we're going to make 2 changes. Ugbo and Kadamarchi to come on. Will it be Brown that comes off? Will it be Jamal Lowe that comes off? Straight swap. I hope it ain't just a straight swap. But let's play 3 up front. You know, let's do something. Let's try and force the issue a little bit. You know, we goal difference is shit anyway. Like, Ingleson is going to come off and be replaced by Ike Ugbo. So they're a little bit of a roll of a dice. And the other one is going to be... It is Brown, yeah. So we've got Ugbo, Kadamarchi, and Jamal Lowe up top. Interesting to see where they play. Are we going for 3 up top? Right, long ball, punted into the box, nodded down. What are we doing? Is that Kadamarchi that did that? Ball in, and it's caught by Horvath. All I can hear is the away fans in that packed out away end, of course. Right, ball comes out to Bannon on this left-hand side. What's happened here? Just having a few technical issues. Just hopefully nothing happens whilst I just sort this out. I hope we have rolled the dice a little bit as well, and you know we've got nothing to lose, have we? Really, when you look at it, you know. Where's that? James says saving one of our best assets. Can't let Savanta get injured as well. Yep, totally agree. Right, we're back on. All good. Right. Good ball in for Bannon in the box. Fishera hits the post. Come on. Yes! Get in. Jamal Lowe. Sean Fishera hits it from the edge of the box. Hits the post. Comes straight back out. And you know what? Jamal Lowe, fair play, he's followed it up. Easiest goal he's ever going to score. It's a good ball in by Bannon. Bannon turns, he reverses it. Fashira's wanting it, strikes it with his left foot. It's a good strike. Comes off the post, and yeah, Jamal Lowe is there to mop it up. They're calling for offside. Is he offside? Let's have a look. Where is it? Jamal Lowe's there. When he struck it, no, he's not offside. He is not offside. Why are they putting their hands up? I have no idea. Because he's about 4 yards on. Sean Fashira is so unlucky. He's tried to find that corner. He's hit the post and come back out. Great finish. 2-1. Look what? Look. Goals change games, don't they? And who knows? Who knows what's going to happen now? You know, it's still a tall order, but yeah, Johnny, you're right. Game on. Game on. Chris, never in doubt. Never in doubt. I said it could be a Desmond. Could be a Desmond 2-2. I did say 1-1 at the start, though. I'm not going to claim that, but whoever said there were going to be goals in this game, 100%. At least them away fans have had something to cheer about. Cross comes into the Wednesday box. Oh, looks like a handball. Headed up, Horvath. Catch it. He has done. Do you know what? It's given a bit of life to it, and it was just petering out. We were talking about paddle and Gotabeo. A bit sloppy there. Yeah, we were talking about all sorts of bollocks. Scott, great player, Jamal Lowe. Hey, leading goal scorer this season, 2 goals. J Blogs 3-2, James. Why not? Why not? Let's be positive. James says, oh my God, I'd love it if we get something from this game against these rugby playing fuckers. Tell me what you really think, James. Jan Valery on this left-hand side. Can he win it back? No, he can't. Not just yet. Charlton look to get the ball away. That's gone out, ref. Yes, it has. Throw in. We haven't got Ingleson on the pitch, so we're not going to go long. Taking it quick. Jamal Lowe. No, Valery. Left-hand side. Corner. Come on. In front of that away end. It's packed out. Black and yellow scarves are plenty. Not much blue and white in there. Feels very much, feels Middlesbrough away last season. That was 3-0, weren't it? Like the momentum shifted massively, but we've got to make it count. We've got to make this momentum count now. You know, we've got a goal. We're in the ascendancy. We've got to get some, you know, start peppering that goal with a few chances. Bannon crossed in deep, headed forward, cleared away by Charlton, only to the edge of the box. Can they get rid of it? They look to get rid of it. Bannon, good foot in by Harry Amass, but straight to a Charlton player. Another good tackle. Well done, Harry. Stopped him from breaking quickly. Mushroom. What the duck? You can swear mushroom. It's fine. And just when you thought we were out, they drag you back in. They do it. It's what Sheffield Wednesday do, isn't it? You know. Mark, nice Michael Corleone quote there. I'm going to pretend I know who he is. Let's have it. Oh, from The Godfather. I ain't watched that film. Ugbo, is it a corner? It is a corner. Come on, Wednesday. Ugbo chasing the Charlton defender down. Come on, Wednesday. Come on. Oh, dear me. Do you know what? Literally 10 minutes ago, I was like ready to turn it off. Now I'm like thinking we're going to win the game. Palmer. Back to Bannon. Bannon crosses it. No, he doesn't cross it with his left foot. So much space for Shearer. He strikes it. Blocked. Comes out to Harry Amass. He ain't got a right foot. Crosses it in. It's handball, is it? Nothing given. It's a corner, though. And I don't know if you mind, I've just tweeted your message there because I thought it was a great quote, and I think it resonated with so many Wednesday fans. Ball down the left for Shearer. Can he get a cross in? Back to Jamal Lowe. Can he cross it in this time? It's gone very, very deep, too deep in the end. He was looking for Barry Bannon, and it's gone sailing straight out for a goal kick. We've got to keep this pressure up. It's just showing you a touch map of Jamal Lowe. It looks like he's been absolutely everywhere so far in this game. I'd much prefer him just to be up top scoring goals like he has done, to be fair. Old Geezer says, Ugbo to miss a pen. Don't say it. Don't say it. P Wednesday, whatever. There's life in the dog. Just Sheffield Wednesday is that dog in it. That dog that you just can't put down. Whatever you try, it's not happening. Charlton have made 4 subs now, I think it is. We've made 3. Carey's come off, the goal scorer. Matt said, remind me about Miranda tomorrow. No idea what that means. I'm sure you'll find out on the pod. I'm sure you'll know. 8 o'clock, YouTube, same place. Tomorrow will be myself and Matt talking about whatever the outcome of this game is, and I'm sure about other things as well, no doubt. Charlton loft the ball forward on this right-hand side. It's dealt with well by Max Lowe. Plays it out up to Valerie, who just... Jamal Lowe can't quite keep it in, and it's a Charlton throw. Joel says, if we do end up getting a point, Dej will think this is due to his fantastic work. Yeah, this is my worry as well, that you'll see them battling and see him, and it's an absolute shoestring, and he'll just think, well, why do I bother spending any money when they do this without... It's like the whole thing, I don't know if people, at work, when someone leaves and then they don't replace that person, and then everyone else has to just try twice as hard. And of course, nobody just packs it in, or nobody just kind of lets everything fail. Everyone tries hard and it works, and then they think, well, there's no point in me replacing that person because nothing went wrong, everything were all right. Not thinking that everyone's absolutely on the feet, and that's his situation now. I know I'll question some people's effort and stuff, but still, players are falling down injured left, right, and centre in that squad. Treatment. Probably why physio's fucked off, because he's had enough. He's too busy. Too many. The queue outside the physio room is out the door. Hulking Hilo, you wasn't wrong about you ending pod overnight and Rob and Alex posting straight away after. No, literally press the button. And it was seconds, about 40 seconds after the tweet went out. There was nothing in it anyway, so it wasn't worth waiting up for. But yes, I did find it quite highly amusing. But anyway, Aaron says, "Come on, Sheffield Wednesday, let's get another goal." I totally agree. A goal would be very nice, and we've got 12 minutes plus stoppage time to do it. Jake says this game feels like there'll be a late equaliser disallowed for offside. Emma says, can anyone tell me what happened to the original Aussie Owl? The one with the black and yellow scarf? Is that the one you're on about? If it is, I'm not sure. I did hear that it'd been sacked, but I don't know how true that is. If anyone else knows, do let me know. Interesting, though, that they both believe NUP calling in the loan. Yeah, the loan on the stadium, that is. Yeah, be interesting to see what happens there. Otabeo's come off and McNeil's come on. That's clearly not like for like, so it looks like there's going to be another bit of a shuffle around. Looks like Palmer's slotted into defence, and looks like McNeil's playing as a wing back. So, yeah. Big header from Charlton after the goal kick from Horvath, and it's a throw into Sheffield Wednesday. On 10 minutes to get something out of this game. Again, I think the first half I thought we were all right. I think we came out at the start of the second, and it does looked a bit all over the place, really. But fair play, we've got back into it, and since we've got that goal, it has looked okay. But we need to keep that pressure and that momentum up. You know, can't let Charlton feel like they're getting on top again. It's a good ball down the left, and Max Lowe's in acres of space, whips it in early. Oh, it's a header from, is it Ugbo that's headed it? It is. Oh, dear. It's a great ball down the line for Max Lowe. Max Lowe hits it early, left-footed, looking for Ugbo. Do you know what? It's a difficult chance that. I'm not going to give him any... I don't know, actually. It looked... At one angle, it looked difficult. I seen another angle. He's hit him on the back. That man. I bet he's won. I bet he just won. I bet he's going to take up something like, I don't know, knitting or something, I think. Chris says Toblerone head. It didn't even hit him on the head, Chris. It just hit him on his back. Elliot, we want New Avenue calling that loan in. They can force admin without the chairman doing it, so I understand. Well, they can't force administration. I don't think, because but what they can do is they can force a winding up order, which then, if you can't pay it, you will put yourself in administration. That's what. So I suppose in a roundabout way, yes, but they can't trigger administration themselves. It's a director that has to do that, which is just Dapon. Ball on the right-hand side, crossed in, and Charlton players spooned it out. It looks like it's going to go out for a corner, but it doesn't. It's going to be a throw-in that McNeil's going to take. Is he going to take it? Just wiping the ball on his shirt. He will take it, yeah. Fashira's looking for it. Kadamatri wants it as well. Because to Fashira. McNeil. Oh, that's unlucky. Joel, line up on the screen makes you laugh. McNeil and Fashira in a back three. I've not even looked at that. Yeah, that would be a... Let me just make it bigger so I can see it myself. Ugbo in the middle of the park. Yeah, that's interesting. I can actually change it myself, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it. Scott Hansen, come on, boys. Yes. A bit of encouragement. Right, McNeil's got it on the right-hand side. Get your afterburners on, son. Oh, he's kicked it out of play. Chris, imagine if we had a full squad, some of the balls into the box already this season, and how well we can actually play up front. We'd be all over the league. Well, we certainly have more points than what we have done at the moment. J Blogs, New Avenues loan is with Sheffield 3 Limited and not Sheffield Wednesday. I think it's a bit more complicated than that, though, Jay, to be fair, because I think that if you look at it, I think Sheffield Wednesday have been used as the... Ooh, the keeper should have got that. It's been cleared and it's gone out for a throw-in. Bit of pressure. Yeah, I think, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the guarantor. It's not called guarantor. It's called I'm sure it's called something else, but I'm sure that's what I've read. So it isn't just as straightforward as because obviously Sheffield 3 have got nothing going for them, have they? They've not got anything. Ball comes out to Jamal Lowe, slips over, but he's still got the ball. Max Lowe, can he get a cross in? He's found Bannon. Bannon, left-footed. Harry Mass with his left foot. He don't want to put it in either. Max Lowe cuts inside. Come on, get it into the box. Someone, please. For Shearer, no, it's sold him short. Oh, dear. No. Ah, dear. Sean Fisheira just drags the Charlton player back, and he's going to go in the book as well. Yeah, he's professional foul, we'll call that one. Come on, Wednesday. Can we get something from it? Once again, it's another battling performance. Like they said, the game were petering out. It looked like it was just going to, be one of those games. But since they got that goal, and the Charlton goalkeeper is sat on the floor. And all the Charlton players go over to Nathan Jones. And Nathan Jones is going absolutely mental with the players as well. It is a bit of a joke, this. I know Rob Staten goes absolutely mental at this, and rightly so, to be fair. Like, in my opinion, what should happen is when the goalkeeper goes down injured, fair enough, like whatever, but you shouldn't be able to go over to the manager, or the other alternative would be you've just got to take a player off, just like it is when when an outfield player goes down, you have to go off for 60 seconds or a minute and a half, 90 seconds, whatever the ruling is. You should nominate an outfield player to go off. Obviously, you're not going to take your goalkeeper off, but you're down to 10 men for a short period of time, and I think that'll just stop it from happening. You've got to weigh up whether it's worth it or not. Or the other thing is, like, you just can't go over. If more than 2 or 3 players go over, then you start booking them. Horvath rolls it out on this right-hand side. McNeil has it, coming over halfway. Catamartri holds the ball up, finds Sean Fisheira. Come on now, Wednesday. Left-hand side of Max Lowe. He's finding Harry Amas. Goes one way, goes over. He's done him. Harry Amas! Oh, it's hit him, and it's gone out for a goal kick, unfortunate. Miranda just tweeted, met Matt, away day complete. Miranda is clearly a Wednesday fan, so that's why Matt wanted me to mention it. Looks like they're going to just take the time over absolutely everything from this point on. Look, Birmingham scored very, very, very late on. We could do the same, but we're not quite there yet. 87 minutes gone. That reminds me, actually, let me start this Twitter Spaces so we're ready for the full-time whistle. I'll probably stay on for, 15, 20 minutes after full-time. If you want to come up and have your say, head over to Twitter, and you'll see in a minute there's a purple, the profile picture will go purple, and you can come up and have a chat. Let's get this going. You're not missing anything, by the way. Actually, well, Charlton are coming forward now on this right-hand side, but it's a misplaced pass, and it's gone sailing straight out for a goal kick to Sheffield Wednesday. Edit. Why can't I start that? Oh, because why have I done it for 20 to 6? What a stupid idiot. What time did I think football finished? 16:55. Charlton made their final substitution. Charlton come forward into the box, so he's been brought down on the edge of the box. Is it? Oh, it's not a free kick. Nibs it is that went down. I think he's just come on, actually. They're saying it's a dive. So if it is a dive, then he needs booking. Right, we've got it at the back. Horvath. Ooh, bit of a dodgy pass to... Is it Palmer that's got it? Palmer goes long, looking for Ugbo. Doesn't quite get there, and Charlton come forward. Barry Bannon now with it. Right, we're on halfway. Bannon. Oh, come on. Five minutes of stoppage time. Right, we're live over on Twitter Spaces as well if you want to join us over there. Oh, and Jamal Lowes took a swipe. And he's unlucky there. He just legged up one of the Charlton players who will take 4 days to get up. And, yeah. Yeah, if you want to come and have your say on the full-time whistle, head over to Twitter Spaces at WTID Pod if you want to find us over there. If you are watching over on YouTube, and I'll get in your reaction to what looks like it's going to be a defeat, unfortunately, despite the valiant efforts in the second half. But there's still time to go. Oh, and they've given a free kick again. Charlton will have a free kick, 25 yards out. Just slowing the game down once again. And, I'm just having a look, see if it actually was a free kick or not. Palmer, it is. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. He's holding his hand. Is it his face? As if he's been hit in the face. Nowhere near him. Scott says, sorry, James, I'm not talking to anyone. Fair enough. Charlton look like to take it into the corner just to run the clock down. Another thing that pisses me off. I suppose you like it when we do it, but it's shit when they do it, and the Charlton will get a throw-in down in that corner. You just know exactly where this is going. Ah, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Do you know what? I thought we had a chance when it went to 2-1. We had, a good 15, 20 minutes to do something, but just not being able to make that pressure count. Since when did obstruction used to be a thing? Has that rule just vanished now? Do we not have obstruction? Because you get the ball in the corner, you're making no attempt to play the ball whatsoever. Maybe that rule's disappeared now. I've no idea, but we'll see. Horvath is going to take this goal kick. There's 2 minutes left. Can there be another chance? It's long. It's headed forward by Charlton. McNeil will have it on this right-hand side. Gets his foot on it. Inside to Bannon. Bannon, is he going to find someone? He's gone all the way back to Max Lowe, who finds his Jamal Lowe's dispossessed, and Charlton can come over halfway, and they've took it quickly, and they're going to go all the way into the corner, are they? No, they're not. They're coming forward. That's offside, surely. No, they are going to go into the corner now. Smash him. That's going to be a throw-in. No, it's not a throw-in. Goal kick, should I say. Chris, it's one of those rules that's not enforced. There's the same connotation as time wasting, though, in my opinion. Yeah. Right, another goal kick. 1 minute and 10 seconds left officially. There's not really been any stoppages in this in the added time, so I feel like there's a minute left now. Can we get it forward? No, Charlton have it, and they look to pump it forward, and they're through. Keepers come. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, what's the referee doing here? Oh, dear. I mean, what's happened here? I think Horvath's really lucky there, and I'd love to see it again. I think he actually gets a touch on it, which is why he's not giving anything. Horvath, it comes out eventually. Oh. Is it? Let's have a look. Horvath comes out. He doesn't get there. He doesn't get there to the ball. That should have been a foul. I got very lucky there. Oh, he just smashed into him. Horvath looks in a serious way. To be fair, he's down and not really moving. Yeah, Horvath looks in a bit of pain. It looks like we might be seeing Stretch after all, although he's only going to be coming on for literally a minute, if that, well, not even a minute, seconds. Johnny says he's getting sent off here. He probably is, actually. The referee is standing around. He did look like if we had VAR, that would have been a red. What's everyone else think? Do let me know. Get in the comments. Is it a red? Would you give a red? Dean by Horvath. The referee is still around. Yeah, it looks like he's going to go here. He did look like it. It did look like it to me when I saw it first hand. I did wonder why the ref had not done anything. It looks really strange. Horvath's just come out and clattered him. It does mean if it is going to be a red card, it'll be a 1 game suspension, which means he won't be available for who's going in the goal. Is it Palmer? Palmer's going in goal. Palmer's putting the he's actually sent him off, yeah. Oh dear. When you see it from behind, like kind of looking towards the goal that they're going towards, he hesitates, and then he goes, and he just, it's a bad judgment, you know, that the Charlton player gets there first. Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. Like I said, that does mean that he will be out, suspended for the next game. I mean, if you're Charlton, I know they can go in the corner, but you just have a shot, aren't you, against Palmer? Get it anywhere on target. This could be 3-1. Up and over the wall, on target. Come on, Palmer. Come on. You've got to Tom says ridiculous officiating. He can't re-referee it. Yeah, that is a point. Although he did stop. Yeah. Can you do that? Because he didn't blow the whistle for a free kick, did he? So Palmer, the new Lee Bullen, says run punch man. It's gonna be a free kick. Oh, and it's sailed. Palmer be like, thank fuck for that. All he had to do was get it on target, and he's hit it about 20 yards over the bar. I mean, it is a bit of a moot point because Palmer's looking for a ball. He ain't got a ball. Where's the ball? He's got one now. What a weird game this has been. Right, Palmer's going to take his first kick. Well, the first kick in goal is going to be taking a goal kick. Charlton will run through, and it's the... How long's left? We've no idea how long's left. It's got to be nearly time, to be fair, because it was nearly time when that happened. And that is it, full time. Do you know what? It was a decent effort in the second half. Well, the kind of middle part of the second half, if we're being honest. But in the end, it's finished. Charlton 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Do get your comments in. If you're watching on YouTube, get them in the chat. But I would love for people to jump over to Twitter Spaces and come up and have a chat with me. What did you make to that performance today? I thought first half we looked half decent. I said it at half time. I thought we were unlucky really to be 2-0 down. It was a mistake from Ethan Horvath for that first goal, and the second one is just, it's just a good free kick and a good header in the end. Jamal Lowe should have perhaps scored. And then, second half, it looked like it was going to peter out to absolutely nothing, weren't it, really? It was the game, I mentioned it, I'm going to turn it off at one point. It wasn't looking great at all. Obviously, I wasn't going to turn it off. I'm doing a watch-along. Of course I wouldn't do that. But, you get the point. But yeah, and then we get the goal. It felt like everything changed when we got that goal. We were on top for the next probably 5, maybe 10 minutes or so, and then we just didn't really take advantage of that, did we? We didn't take advantage of being on top. Charlton then slowed the game down. They had the goalkeeper going down, and then they had a bit of a team talk and stuff. They made a few changes, and that kind of just killed all the impetus, really, didn't it? Ugbo had a bit of a chance. Perhaps should have done better with that header that he had. Look, Charlton, I don't think are a great side at all. I think, but what they do is they battle hard. They make it very difficult. They do all the dirty stuff. And look, they're sat in the top half of the league and we're languishing second from bottom. So, I think sometimes we need that bit of that kind of naughtiness and grit, and the ref just lets it go, doesn't he? He doesn't clamp down on it at all. Press that request to talk button if you are over on X Spaces. I want to hear what you have to think of this 2-1 defeat to Charlton. Come and let me know. I'm just going to, if nothing else, get your 3-word match review in as well. I will just tweet that now. Give us your 3-word match review. We are now bottom as well. If anyone's not already noticed that, Sheffield United won 1-0 today. So the Messiah has obviously worked his magic there. Right. Do you know what? I can't do two things at once. I don't know how people can talk. Do you know what? I don't know how people can have things in their ear and then talking at the same time. I would no chance be able to do that. Come on, surely someone wants to come up and... it wasn't that bad, was it? Come up and let me know what you thought of that performance today. Right, where's my little picture? There we go. Right. There we go. That tweet's been sent. Let's read some of the comments then that we've got whilst we're waiting for people to come up. Tell says, "Where's Pato when we need him?" Yeah, that. What do you mean in goal, or did you mean just kind of at the end of the game? I do think we need someone like him. I think the fact that he'd gone, obviously I know there's obviously a lot of other stuff behind it, but the fact that we don't keep someone like him is just ridiculous. Jay says, "Is there any position Palmer hasn't played? Has he had to go up front officially? Like has he led the line before? I don't think he has he?" Johnny says 2 poor goals to concede. Old Geezer says, "Cheers for spoiling my weekend." Gareth says, "The fact that we are competing in any game still amazes me." I have to agree on that one. It didn't look like we were competing much, certainly in that the first part of the second half. But 2-1, it's not an absolute hammering, but it is another defeat, and yeah, with that we have gone bottom, and then we're going to be, as much as Horvath has got his got his problems. We've now got a problem in that he's not going to be available for that next game. So it's going to be Logan Stretch in goal. We'll see how good he is against Borough as well. Who are they top, or at least second anyway in the league? I don't know how Coventry have gone on this afternoon. Let me have a quick look. Coventry are top, Middlesbrough second. So yeah, what a game to make your debut in. Ash says Amass and Lowe were class. Kevin says 2 gift goals to 1. I mean, the second goal from the free kick, it's not really a gift, but we've got to do better. You've got to get goal side of your man. If you don't do that, you're going to give him a chance, aren't you? Rob says Horvath's next appearance is in MMA. Well, to be fair, he were doing to them what they were doing to us. Just, I think they were a little bit more subtler, let's say. Come on, people, come up on Twitter Spaces. Surely someone wants to come up and have their say. If nobody's going to come up, then we'll just, you don't want to listen to me. You can listen to me tomorrow with Matt and talk about the game. Hopefully, Matt's away day has been better than the 2-1 defeat, which I'm sure it probably has. I know he likes Charlton away. Let's read some of the 3-word match reviews out then. There's been a couple. Gillian says deserved a draw. Daz, get Chansiri out. Dean's gone with black and gold. Blose's gone with better than expected. And then Durham's gone with to be expected. So both sides of the argument there. Chris says ref was shite. And Rob's gone with shittest season ever. Yorkie says that Smith has scored for Preston. It won't surprise me at all. Tom says, what's Lewis Price up to nowadays? Well, Lee Grant might be getting sacked at Huddersfield, so maybe he could come and do a job between the sticks. Hulkin, can you emergency loan on top of an emergency loan? It's a point. Can we get someone quick enough? The game's on Wednesday, isn't it? There's not much time between now and then to bring someone in. Even if we could bring someone in. I've got some more comments over on Twitter. Tom, we were valuable for a point, I think. Only Ugbo could go for a free header and let it hit his backside. They had no football. We were better than them football-wise. Yeah, but it's 2-1 in the end. Tony says, get Westwood back. James was simply not good enough in the final third. Yeah, it's been a problem not just this season. I think it's been a problem for quite a while, hasn't it, really? When you look at it, you haven't had that player that just scores goals. And in a game where the objective is to score goals, it is a problem, isn't it? Tom's also said, ridiculous officiating. You can't referee it as well. Chris says, thought we were decent considering. Chelsea says we need to stop Tuna Chops. Get him gone already, for fuck's sake. Come on, lads. Yeah, well, we're trying, aren't we? Everyone's trying to do something. Everyone's trying, in terms of not going. It's going to be very interesting to see what the attendance is on Wednesday. I know the official attendance will still be something ridiculous like 25,000. I can't wait to see that. Well, I'm about to say I can't wait to see that come up on the board. I won't see it because I'm not going to be there. I won't be there on Wednesday. I'll be I might do another watch along. Why not? Let's have another watch along on Wednesday. Let's all rather than going to the game, you can watch it on Sky, get involved in the discussions with myself. Hulkin says, any director's box updates, anyone? I haven't seen anyone. I haven't seen any pictures or anything like that. I'm sure, like someone else mentioned, if it was to be there, surely someone would have spotted him. Surely someone took some binoculars to Charlton, unless they got confiscated on the way in. Right, let's... Richard says, Stretch may be better than Horvath. I mean, Horvath can't catch it, and he struggles to play out from the back as well. So, I mean, Stretch doesn't have to be much better, does he, to be honest? Look, again, I hate digging him out because he's come to us in in a time of need, but purely on, if we were just talking from a footballing perspective, and if we just, if we give praise to players when they do well, such as Ernie Weaver, then surely you can give, a little bit of criticism when it's needed. And yet he doesn't fill me with any confidence whatsoever. We saw that for the first goal. He's just palmed it straight back out. He did it again when a cross came in and he's flapped at it. He's not brilliant. Still nobody coming up on Twitter Space. A little bit disappointing, if I'm being honest. But hey ho, I know times are tough at the moment, and perhaps people don't want to talk about Sheffield Wednesday anymore. P Wednesday says Palms unofficially up front them last few minutes against Peterborough. Yeah, I suppose. But in terms of actually playing in that position, I don't think he has played up there, has he? But he has played in a fair few different positions. Any more comments? Craig says defence looks a worry for the next game. Iofa can be dodgy, but who we've got to replace him? Yeah, that's another position that needs replacing, isn't it? Dom Iofa. We've literally got no players left. I think we are we down to 11 first team players? I mean, that's not including, if you don't include George Brown in there, I'm sure we're down to 11 fit pros, which is just mind-boggling. Rob, if Stretch is half as good as Charles, then he'll be a decent keeper. Yeah, we haven't seen him much, have we? I don't think many people will have seen what Logan Stretch is all about. Tony says, wonder what Deves Vasquez is doing. He's at, let's have a look. He's at Roma, of all places. He hasn't played for him, but obviously he was at AC Milan, never played for them. He had a loan, obviously, at Ulz, then he went to Ascoli, and then Empoli, and he's now at Roma. Fuck knows how he's managed that. I have absolutely no idea. But he's not on loan anywhere, so maybe get Deves back for one game. P. Wednesday says, what you doing, Jeremy Hallan and Lewis McGugan? Do you know what? The Jeremy Hallan one was the most bizarre thing you've ever seen in your entire life, innit, really? Just, how old was he when he retired from football? And he wasn't even that bad, was he? He was all right. I remember Jeremy, he's 33 years old now, and he hasn't played, obviously, since he retired from us. I remember Jeremy Hallan used to bring his car into, when I used to work at one of the dealerships in Sheffield, he used to bring his car in, as did Claude Dielna, by the way. But, he used to get, at the time, I used to work weekends, so I used to struggle, but I used to get some free tickets off Jeremy Hallan. So I was doubly pissed off when he when he retired. Couldn't get any free tickets anymore. That's obviously going back. When was that now? That must have been, when did he retire? He retired back in 2016. Yeah, some nearly 10 years ago now. So it'll have been 2024 when he retired. Mental. Any more comments? If there's no more comments, and nobody wants to come up and speak, then I'm going to wrap it up there. Guys, if you do want to listen to me and Matt talk about today's game, then join us tomorrow from 8 o'clock over on YouTube. Make sure you subscribed over there. I can see there's 4,160 subscribers over there, which is a great effort. Do subscribe so you can make sure you don't miss it. If you want more content like this, I think Matt will be doing a match day special as well. So he took his microphone down to the Valley this afternoon, so you can get that. Will be going up tonight / tomorrow, I think, at some point. So head over to Patreon. Patreon.com/WTRD pod is where you need to go for that. But no, I'm going to wrap things up now. Massive thanks everyone that's joined on the watch along. We'll have another one next Wednesday. There will be no debate show next week because, as I mentioned on the stream, I'm heading down to London on Tuesday night, going down for a bit of filming on a game show, and then Wednesday is the Borough game, so there will be no time for a debate show. Hopefully, we've still got a football club come Wednesday. Sorry if I scared anyone there. We will still have a football club. That that obviously won't happen. But no, thanks everyone for watching. Do really appreciate it as always, and we'll see you all. We'll see you all tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Cheers.